Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Cataclysm of Hyrule campaign. As I fix the light, we'll go with that. I am the creator and GM of the campaign, Puck Finn. For everyone joining us, welcome. um, we As a heads up, we will be a little bit short-staffed tonight. We will be missing Gully and Stuffin. We recognize that, it is the holiday season, and there have been a number of times that we have had to alter plans for our broadcast, and um, things like this happen. But I did not want to get through this holiday season without doing some type of special broadcast for everybody. So tonight we have in store a special broadcast, and tonight's session is going to take us to new places in the map that we have not yet been to, places that some of you may have seen maps for, some of them places which we might not even have maps for. So, um, thank you for joining us tonight. Before we get started tonight, we will be going through our regular introductions. First thing I always like to do is talk about a Discord server. Our Discord server is where things happen outside of our campaign broadcasts. Excuse me. We have within our Discord server, we have all sorts of channels. We have chat channels, artwork and meme channels, voting channels, loot channels, really as many interactive things that we can do. We do them. We do them because that's how we are. In addition to our Discord, we also have our Facebook group and our YouTube channel. All three of the links to these things can be found on our link tree, which Ledo has posted in chat. Our Facebook group, which because of everything that's been happening this holiday season, I have definitely been keeping Ledo on his toes with updating these things, because twice now we have had to change our broadcast schedule because of the holiday season, and Ledo has done a wonderful job of keeping that updated. So if you are part of our Facebook group, all of our broadcasts are kept there. You can react to the event reminders so that you get Facebook notifications whenever we have an upcoming broadcast, because we do tend to operate on a bi-weekly campaign, or on a bi-weekly schedule. And by that, what I mean is 1 week we will have our campaign session, which we will be doing tonight, and the opposite week we have what's called a chat session. And during the chat session, what we do is we really kind of talk about anything. The most often topics of discussion have to do with campaign lore, more traditional video game lore, things that have happened within the campaign, talking about things that we may want to happen in the campaign. It has been on pause for a minute, but I have been building a gelatinous Tarrasque with my 3D printer, but that got put on hold because I have been using my 3D printer to print some Christmas gifts. In fact, I can show you one of them. I have two here, but I can show you one of them because one is for my brother, and sometimes he sneaks into chat, so I don't want him to see. But I can show you this one because I never gave my girlfriend my broadcast information, so I know that she can't sneak in chat. So I can show you what I got her, or what I made her. She really likes books, and she really likes the color purple, and she really likes unicorns. So I'm not sure how. Let me see if I can mess with the lighting to make this a little bit more visual. But for those who can't tell what this is it is a bookend, because she really likes reading as well, and she has ton of books. Um, so I made her, I 3D printed her a castle bookend because she does also have a number of fantasy novels that she likes to read. And on the little drawbridge right there, really hard to see, but I 3D printed Butt Stallion from Borderlands. And yeah, so Butt Stallion is on the drawbridge, and I painted it with this really cool. I have all my paints right here because I painted it with this color shift gloss metallic acrylic color shift paint that I got at Walmart for like dirt cheap. Um, and so again, hard to tell with the awesome lighting I have here, but if you like move it around, it goes through like shades and hues of purple and blue and green, and looks really freaking cool, and I'm very happy with it. And hopefully she'll be happy too, but I think it's really cool. So in fact, um, sometimes when I do things, I get inspiration for other things because, as I said, I paused my gelatinous Tarrasque printing because I've been using the printer for other things. So I'm so happy with this paint that I think that is probably the paint that I will be using for the skeletal frame of the gelatinous Tarrasque. So it has the gelatinous part is a clear green, was done with translucent green resin, and I'm just really like, green and purple are like my two personal favorite color combinations. So I'm probably going to use that for the bone section. Um, but yeah, shit, I'm losing everything. Hold on. Yeah. So once I get back to printing up the pieces of the gelatinous Tarrasque, I will continue to show them on our chat sessions. And if you would like to see how it is coming along, definitely tune in for that. If you would like to build your own, if you have a 3D printer and you would like to build your own gelatinous Tarrasque, the link for the gelatinous Tarrasque is on our Discord server. So absolutely go and check that out. And if you'd like, you can make one for yourself. So, it has been 3 weeks since our last campaign broadcast. So we have, just like as a quick reminder of where we left off in Lon Lon Ranch. We did a little bit of investigating as to the abductions of Lon Lons by flying saucers, UFOs, aliens, UAPs, something. Lights, a flying, lit up, floating disc has been not only abducting Lon Lons, but also it is has been something that is known by the inhabitants of Lon Lon Ranch. And when questioned as to why they had no objections about their lawns getting abducted, they alluded to it having to do something with protection, as being an isolated ranch in the middle of Hyrule Field, where a number of really kind of bad and scary things have happened. I mean, at least from my point of view, it kind of makes sense a little bit. So, with that, I believe, ended our session with a long rest in Lon Lon Ranch, and that is where we will pick up. So, before we get into the events for tonight, I will introduce Gully, and no, Gully and Stefan will be not joining us tonight, so it will be a Deacon and Ledo centric episode. All right, let me see if we might have to do some adjusting because we during the last campaign session we introduced a new chat mechanic to kind of help the viewership see who's talking, as we really don't run a whole lot of actual live cameras. But so while I do the introduction, we might need to do some adjusting. So as always, bear with me. So let's see. All right. Yeah. See, let me cut my camera for now. It's still a work in progress, and you can see like as I'm talking, and then when I stop, the green light behind me kind of like goes on and off. So let me turn off my cam, and you can see when I stop, and then when I go. All right. So let's see. Let me double check the audio mixer. Mics are on. And all right, let's start with Deacon. How you doing, Deacon?
Oh,
Okay.
me doing okay. Looking forward to the session today. Looking forward to Crimbo in a couple days.
Looking forward to what?
Crimbo, like Christmas.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry,
Okay,
I stole
perfect.
that from like they say that in England apparently. It's like a Cockney thing, I think.
Oh, well,
Anyway,
if we had somebody here from England to explain that to us,
if only.
if
Well,
only.
anyway, sorry about that. I yeah, I'm looking forward to this a lot. I think we have some fun things in store tonight.
Yes, definitely. All right, so your icon is lighting up beautifully.
Yeah, it's working
Wonderful to
really well,
see.
dude. Good job.
Yes, you know what? I wish I could take credit rather than, just sheer dumb luck. but I will. The fact that it is working good is happy by me. All right, so let's see if we can go 2 for 2. How you doing today, Lido?
I am doing quite well. I
Okay,
am.
simple fix. Let's see. Yeah. Like you keep going, but I have Gully lighting up, so I'm just simply going
Yes.
to switch you and Gully's icon, and
Okay.
yes. So let's put.
Me gully today. I have fire sage. I have people working under me.
Let's see. Let me get Gully out of there, and okay. So give me a hello now. See if you light up properly.
Hello.
Beautiful.
Hey, light up.
Okay, so now for everyone joining, you can see when I talk, I light up. When Deacon talks, he lights up, and when Lido talks, he lights up. So, um, yes, thank you. And any thoughts as to what tonight might pertain to?
It'll be a marriage ceremony between me and Alan. That's how we're gonna do it tonight. Doing my best man
Yay!
I
to
was
get him married to Flora.
I was talking to one of my coworkers who I talk frequently about the campaign to, um, and he said, "So you're going to somehow try to work in the holiday season to killing your players tonight?" And I was like, listen, I was like, they survived the year. I was like, we had a lot of we had a number of hairy encounters that you guys were able to overcome, and now this this is your just rewards. This is your ability to kind of lean back and save your offensive spell slots and just partake in the holiday.
Hell yeah! Hell yeah!
So,
Changing all my spell slots to non-violent stuff. Got it.
yep. So, as you all slumber in Lon Lon Ranch, you all feel a very restful sleep. And Ledo and Dekun, you are awoken at the wee hours of the morning by the strange sound of bells jingling.
So I don't have bells. Do you have bells, Dekun?
Yes. I actually have I'm pretty sure my entertainer's kit comes with like tons of bells. But so when you say that, he immediately digs into his backpack. Uh, but of course, it was not him actually doing the bells, but that's not going to stop him because he thinks he can be helpful. Um, entertainers.
So the sounds of the bells start far away and faint. And
No,
then
I actually don't have a bell. Sorry.
and then as you
I,
continue to listen, they start to get louder and as they come closer. And eventually they start to sound as if they are right outside the door, just merrily jingling. I literally
Jingling.
have a
Should we answer
burglar's
the
jack
door?
minus a bell.
it's literally that is written in my inventory, and then that's where my bell was.
Oh no.
But yes, I will. Yeah, I guess I'll like cheerfully open the door,
Okay. So the moment
and
you
oh,
uh-huh.
sorry.
Okay.
I was going to just like likewise like play just like a couple of like dutes, like not like a full song, but just like jaunty, like in response to their merriment. Sorry.
So as you open the door, the moment that the door opens to the point that you can see through, and again, like we are at a point of the morning where we are at dusk, and the sun has kind of come over the horizon, not completely illuminating the um, the surrounding area, but lighting it enough that you kind of can see what's going on, whether or not you have dark vision. And so the moment that the door opens to the point that you get a view of what is beyond the door, the jingling stops, and there is a note fashioned to the door.
Ooh. Hey, Ledo.
Yeah.
It's a
Somebody
reading
wrote
thing.
something on the door.
Okay.
You can only read more
Go
than
ahead. Tell me.
50% of it.
Yes,
Go ahead. Take
can
it
I take a
down.
look at it?
You take it
Absolutely.
down. I cross leg. I put Dekun on my lap, and I'm like, okay, so this is gonna be our learning experience for the day.
Yay! It's
S-
learning and it's productive.
Yes.
so you'd like to
I do
spend
two things at once. Ha ha ha.
wonderful. So you'd like to spend an hour reviewing this note.
Just go over it. Yes. Yes, we
Perfect.
would.
I love it. That's awesome.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, so
While we're doing that, could I check it for like any signs of like, you know, a signature or anything like that? Like, I'm
absolutely.
sorry, I'll let you say what it is before I start fucking with it, but I just
So
wanted to go over it like with my forgery kit.
fair.
Yeah.
So you open the note, and um the first thing you notice is that the paper itself kind of has a scent of pine to it. Um
Hmm.
and it's written on this like very beautifully green tinted paper, and the the note reads, it says, "My dear friends, I've come to you for your assistance during this time of year, not for my own needs, but for the needs of the children of Hyrule. You see, my sleigh has fallen apart mid-flight and has been scattered throughout the kingdom, and I need your help retrieving the missing parts. It says each part has been scattered into each part has fallen safely in every major city and town. And I need you to retrieve them and bring them here so that I may spread holiday joy to all the young boys and girls of Hyrule. And it is simply signed S. C.
Wow.
It's a note addressed to Lee Kun. Description of me and Dekun.
Hell yeah.
It is addressed to my dearest friends.
Made with 100% real leaks.
And
Okay.
upon reading the note, you also notice that there are 2 candy canes kind of hanging on the doorknob.
Aw, that's cute. Dekun, like, he just goes like, "Yay!" And as he goes to take one of the candy canes, and he gives the other one to Ledo, says, "We've got a mission from Santa Claus."
Okay. So we have to do this and go to like every town.
Mm,
I think we could do that. I have like a couple of, probably plans, and you can teleport us.
nice, excellent.
I'm estimating maybe like a 3-hour journey.
Okay, that sounds good. That sounds perfect. Okay. What town do you think we should start in, Ledo?
Well, I guess we start at the basics. Do you want to go to either Kakariko, or do you want to go to Castletown?
Ooh. Um. Hmm. I think. Would you be all right with saving Kakariko for last?
That's fine.
I might have the most stuff to do there. Just because I want to check up on everybody, but I want to get I want to see the world first in case I can get them souvenirs
Oh,
for like Amatu and stuff. Is that okay?
also, are these magical candy canes?
Dekun is already like halfway, like like Dekun. I imagine he's like kind of like he does the thing where it's like you suck on it until it's a lethal point at the bottom.
Um, how would you like to discern if they're magical candy canes?
You can take 10 minutes and ritual cast, detect magic. Not like we're in a hurry. We just spent an hour reading this, so.
That's true.
That's true. That's true. Important question. Stop Dekun from eating his immediately.
Yeah, yes. After
Okay,
ritual
perfect.
casting detect
All right.
magic reveals that they are
Understandable.
magical candy canes.
Ooh.
Dekun, they're magical. Stop eating it.
Oh. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Thank you, Leto.
It's okay.
All right.
So, Castletown first?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay. So, I will open a nice little door in a tree, and we'll go back to Cito's.
Perfect. Ooh. Oh man. Oh man. Should have thought about this in advance. I should have got everybody some little Christmas gifts. I'll have to find some stuff.
Would you like to identify the candy canes?
Oh yeah, I have that spell. I haven't played in so long. My God.
It's okay.
Yeah. Let me. Thank you, Puck. Sincerely.
Look,
That is
look.
the Christmas miracle.
Yes.
Yes, I would like to identify them, please.
Okay. So after identifying the candy canes, what you decipher is that the magical effect of the candy cane is that upon consumption, for today and today only, being that today is the holiday season, it's the culmination of the holiday season, that these candy canes, when consumed, will let the consumer freely teleport to the areas of the map that they need to go.
Nice. I relay that to Ledo.
Oh, it's a little late. I have a tree open already.
And this is not a one-time use thing. This is it is good for the day effect.
Nice. Excellent. Well,
You have to consume
um,
the whole thing. Does it say that?
I think it's like
Yes.
okay.
It is full consumption. It is only good for the day, and there is a secondary magical effect on it that states that it cannot in any way be cheesed.
Fair. I'm not gonna lie to you, Puck. The second you said that, I was like, all right, I have to at least teleport around in the square like 5 times.
Yeah, that is absolutely fine. It gives you free range of the map, no
Nice.
limitation to uses, but um, for purposes of explaining like outside of the campaign, it cannot be used beyond today's session.
Perfect. That works. Okay. All right.
I'll eat mine when we get, to Cedos then.
Yeah, that sounds good. I will have already eaten mine by the time we get to pseudos.
All right.
I wonder if it'll take like kelp like my normal ones.
Ooh.
Wait, what was that?
I normally have like
That
kelp.
sounds neat. Huh.
I'm sorry, you came in kind of funny again.
There's weird stuff that Marty used to give me for candy. It wasn't
Oh,
candy, like, ooh,
okay.
oyster marshmallows and kelp candy canes.
Oh yeah,
Wow.
Oyster marshmallows.
that's right. Oh wait, no, we're gonna go to the.
Yeah.
Nice. Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Yeah, we gotta check on a turbe.
Well, I think we just
Thank you,
left them
Image.
behind at. We can go back as soon as I finish the candy cane. Go anywhere
That's
we
fair.
want
That's
now.
fair.
That's right.
That's true.
And zoom to fit.
Does Lon Lon Ranch count as a place where there is a sled piece, or are we talking like the 5 major towns exclusively?
We're talking about the major towns exclusively. So Hyrule Castle Town,
Just making sure.
Goron Village, Zora's Domain, Kakariko Village, Rito Village, and Gerudo Fortress.
Gerudo Desert.
Gerudo Fortress.
This is how we started to fight with Ganon.
Ganon was the Christmas miracle all along. Like, this is not a celebration for us. This is the celebration for Ganon and Byrova.
Yeah. So, as I've stated in the beginning of this broadcast, we will be going to places in this campaign that we have not yet gone to. Citing specifically Rito Village and the Gerudo Fortress.
Mm-hmm.
So, starting off in Hyrule Castletown, you teleport to Cedos, and you can the moment you get into town, you hear the merriment of music. You can hear children running through the streets. You can hear Cedos, as well as you will find many other stores are just packed with commerce. What would you like to do?
Hmm.
Oh, and also, you hear a familiar voice out in the middle of the square.
We gotta go see who that is.
Mm-hmm.
So that is your first. That is the
Definitely.
first thing you do.
Yeah.
Well, I want to say hi to Isaac and Cleo if they're in.
Of course, of course.
But yeah,
Cleo
I'll,
is running the counter. You know that there are people with tons of various potions, reagents, elixirs, all just lined up, ready to go in a much more organized fashion than you had previously seen them. Um,
nice.
and Isaac is typically or at his usual workstation, um, and he is wearing what seems to be a very out of place for him piece of garland around his
That
Oh,
sounds
Cleo
like
got her way.
nice. Good.
neck. So, viewing these things, what would you like to do?
Mm. Um, I just want to say hi and wish them happy holidays. Say that we hear something outside, but we'll be back soon to properly spread some Christmas cheer. Um, uh, and then like as I'm out the
I
door, I just chime in. We're
no,
working
I
for
go,
shit.
wait, check this out for a moment. And I
Hmm.
go, Leo, Isaac, I need you here for a moment, and I am going to position myself where the two of them have to be in front of me, and I will reach up to the top floor as just like yawning, stretching, and grow some mistletoe. That way it's above the two of them when they come together.
All right, and okay, there we go. So, as you do that, Chloe kind of war-
Oh
warms
no,
up.
I'm trying to be sly on this where they don't see this.
Oh, they don't see it. Oh,
I'm
okay.
trying to make it so that way they'll stand under it without realizing it, and they'll be like, "Oh, mistletoe, how did you guys not see that? Guess you have to, kiss now, and then I have to leave."
All right. So, let's see. Who would be your first intended target to notice? Like,
Uh,
I guess more what I'm saying is like, do you expect Chloe to notice, or do you expect the patrons of the shop to spot it and be like, ooh,
patrons definitely.
okay. So, you position the mistletoe and through coercion of conversation, you are able to kind of get them both under there, and they both kind of stand there obliviously. Chloe very happy about the current physical situation, but unknown to the mistletoe until um, just a small crowd of young patrons starts like going ooh, and they kind of start laughing and pointing, and then Isaac kind of looks up and he sees what has garnered their attention, and he starts to roll his eyes a bit, and before he can react, Chloe's like, well, you know, they say that if you ignore being under a mistletoe, that it's bad luck for the upcoming year. And Isaac replies and says, well, I am a man of science, not a man of luck. And he starts to walk away as
Oh no, 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 no. Isaac, you need to get your butt back here. As the manager, this is a sign for people who truly have the spirit and also who don't want to have multiple days off in a row and have nothing to do with their life. So,
and Chloe also
suck it
like
up.
ta
It's the
takes it's
rules.
Yeah, and Chloe goes and
Thank
kind
you for
of
me
like
the rules lawyer.
takes him by the elbow and like wraps her arm around his elbow and says, "No, you misunderstand. You do this, or you're going to have bad luck for the next year."
With that, Ledo will start walking out, going, "Oh no, this is gonna be bad."
And Isaac kind of softens a bit and kind of runs his hand through the um through his Christmas sleigh and says, "Well, I suppose it couldn't hurt to be a little festive on this day of days." And
Hey,
he leans in and gives a short but sweet peck on Chloe's cheek. And the patrons of the shop erupt in cheering as Isaac's face turns incredibly beet red and forces to maintain his composure and not smile, although mildly unsuccessfully, and says, "I must return to my work," and goes back to his desk and hides his face even more deeply than usual as Chloe is visibly beaming from her holiday gift.
he's
Aw.
like, "My work here is done," and leave.
I I like not to surprise her, like standing like in front of her, but to the side. I pull off a party popper and shoot some confetti in front of Chloe,
Worth the
and then
save.
I.
Alright.
Yes, and then I like with the confetti falling, I run through it and then meet up with Leto outside.
Alright, so you're heading outside looking for the familiar voice. And not that hard to find. Right by the center of town, by the fountain, there is a makeshift fruit stand.
Hmm.
And manning that makeshift fruit stand, and I say makeshift because it has clearly it looks as if it has been hastily built. The boards on it have gaps in them. They're clearly not level. Um, it looks as if maybe like a 10-year-old kind of broke into his father's workshop to make a lemonade stand. Um, but
Jeez,
nonetheless,
backwards again.
the banner does not read lemonade. It reads fresh fruit with minimal spelling mistakes. And manning the fruit stand is Keysman in his
Nice.
regular, notable Keysman attire,
Hell yeah.
except he is wearing a festive white and blue hat on top of everything.
Nice.
And he doesn't notice you yet, but he starts like kind of calling out the names of the fruit. And Leader, you would recognize some of the names of these fruit are specifically the hybridized versions that you had strove to cultivate so many episodes ago. And part of the reason he doesn't notice you is because these fruits are an absolute hit. People are walking away with like bags of these fruits, and you can hear positive murmuring about, I've never known such a thing existed. Whoever's respond, like he could not be responsible for this. There must be somebody else who is, you know, who has been doing all this because this is just such a phenomenal thing. And you hear plans that they talk about wanting to make pies and puddings and the citrus fruits they plan on making spirits from.
Ooh. Ooh, limoncello.
Yes, limoncello. So you have witnesses. What would you like to do?
I guess walk up and greet him. It's like, seems everything's going okay.
Hi, Keys Man.
And he looks, and he is he initially has like a very um he is very proud of himself. Like as you approach before he notices you, he's clearly very proud of what he's doing. He's proud that he is, taking place in something that is bringing so much joy and positive attention to himself and those around him. And the moment he sees you, and he's like, Mr. Leader, sir, um, I hope that I hope it's okay. But there was just I was collecting so many fruits over in that orchard that you let me do, and like thank you for the work. But I was like, I need to do something with this, so I kind of um, took it upon myself to set up the stand and maybe sell some of this and make you a little bit of rupees.
How dare you?
Aw.
How dare you not tell me this great idea before I see it from my own eyes?
And his posture goes from like a diminishing, like very very like, oh no, what did I do wrong, to very quickly being brightened and happy. And he's like, so
I
so
give him another party popper. Go, yay, Keys Man.
it's like, so I did good.
You did very good. The only thing is, we might need to invest in a couple of different things. First, nice work on the stand, but I think we need to have a carpenter actually create something a little bit bigger. Dine's not bad, but I have to say, Ikun's getting close to being able to spell as much as you are. So I think we need to get that a little bit better done.
He's like,
And I'm giving you permission as now CFO of the fruit stand to hire at least 3 more people so that way that we can always manage this.
and he's like, uh, well, I mean, that sounds like a that,
CFO is for Chief Fruit Operator, by the way.
uh,
Nice.
I thank you for the promotion. In fact, well,
Mhm.
okay, so as my first act of CFO, I would
Mhm.
like to make a suggestion
I'm all ears.
that we hire more than one ant to improve this stand.
Yes. That's why you need like 3 more people. I told you you have permission to hire 3 more people.
Well, you said like one carpenter, and I was like one ant.
No,
Will not do.
no, like,
or like a human Hyrulean carpenter, like see how Cedos was built like that. That's the type of thing. We need someone like specializes in wood and everything else. And then you can tell them how you want it to look. Like, do you want the wood to have like fruit designs in it, or do you want it to have like your face being like, I'm the new face of the CFO of the fruit chain, and then you can name it too.
Oh, well, that's a lot better than ants. I was like, I'm probably going to squish this ant by mistake, but
It's
uh,
okay. I make the same mistake.
okay, okay. So we're gonna build a bigger stand, and
Yes.
we're gonna hire some people, and we're gonna
Yes.
hire a person who's not an ant to make it better.
Yes. Yes, we are. I
oh,
make this work.
I do my my like, forget what the feature's called, but my little telepathy thing to Ledo. I ask, we should probably pay him, huh?
Oh, I got that. By the
Okay.
way, from now on, as your payment, you get 30% of what you make from the fruit stand.
Oh, nice.
And so he like opens up a box, and he goes, wait, how you said 30%?
30%.
Okay, so he opens up the box, and he's like, how much is 30% of this? And
How much is in there?
as like he lifts up the lid and the rising sun, which now we are at a point past dusk, has now like fully illuminating the town. These rupees are glistening in the sunlight, and there are approximately 500 rupees in there.
Okay. So we'll do the math later, but as of right now, you get 150 of them.
And he goes, okay, that sounds like a lot.
It's a decent amount,
Oh,
Yeah, it's
and
you buy many
use
things
the
for
rest of
this.
them to do the other things, like hiring people, make the stand better, whatnot like that.
and he like kind of like holds the box like a little closer to you, like gesturing to it. He's like, shouldn't you take some first?
No, I trust you.
Okay, okay, all right. I
We
will.
believe in you, Keith, man.
Yes.
And his voice starts to choke up a little bit, and his he starts to like wipe the corner of his eye. It's like, well, stupid allergies.
They're all over the place and whatnot like that. I haven't come up with something for allergies yet, but I don't understand.
Mhm.
Yeah, maybe the smart guy in your place can fix the allergies.
I can get Isaac on it very soon.
Yeah. And as this converses, um, the patrons out like at the place are continuing to gather, um, and they're still like in a pleasant mood, but like they're still kind of like wanting to get their stuff and continue on with their day. And one guy kind of like chimes in, and he's like, well, you know, I would like to get on with my day a little bit, and I'd like to buy some of those limons that I've been hearing about. So, do you
Do
got
not
any of those
worry,
left?
policeman. If you please, I'll let you go back to your business. Help as much people as you can. Have a great day, and we'll talk about business later.
Nice.
Absolutely, absolutely, and you know what? When I find that carpenter, I'll have him build a bigger box too.
Okay,
Nice.
good
Yeah.
idea.
I have fun, Keith, man. Thanks for everything. And I would like to give him a bardic inspiration for his sales hood.
He gives you guys like two thumbs up and a wink, and and
Nice.
and
By the
throw
way,
one of his like
policeman.
few teeth that he has like just kind of like glints as like ding.
Nice.
By the
Love
way,
it.
policeman. The name of the shop, I just came up with it. Are you ready for this? This is
Yeah,
amazing. It's
yeah.
called a fruity case.
A fruity keys.
Yes.
Keysman.
Yes.
I like it.
Good.
A fruity
Nice.
keys. I'm a fruity keys man.
CFO.
He
Fruity case man.
goes, hey, by the way, have you seen my wife?
Well, I'll talk to you later. Gotta go.
Yep. Sorry. Well, have fun.
Mm,
Okay, so the town in its entirety continues to just buzz with merriment.
just a dumb question.
Yes,
Stand doesn't by chance have a sleigh related piece attached to it, right?
give me a perception check.
Gonna be
You
great
want an
when it's
inspiration for
attached
this?
to it.
Oh wait, I forgot.
Yeah,
His perception
it's
checks
an
are
18.
obliterated.
Ledo is very good at perception checks.
Yes,
Hell
in fact, I
yeah.
believe your passive is higher than that. Correct?
Yes, it's 21.
Okay, so um, the box that he showed you the
Make me.
rupees in was an abnormally festive box, and now that you're thinking about it as like the moment that has kind of like subdued and you've acclimated to what is going on in Hyrule Castletown, you're like, that was a strange looking box. The box kind of like had some festive coloring to it. It had a ribbon on it. Um,
Don't make me take it away from him.
I'm not going to
Oh,
make you take it
me.
away from him, but it does kind of like now that you're sitting on it and thinking about it, it does kind of like warrant a little bit of question as like you're walking away, almost like a weird that Looney Tune moment where like the character walks away and is like, "Hey,"
Yeah.
like
I th-
you do feel compelled to ask him
think we
about
need
the
to heist
box.
your own shop and replace the box.
Hey, Kingsman,
Yeah,
where did you get the box?
I found it. It fell from the sky, and I opened it up, and there was this like little weird looking ball in it, and I didn't really kind of like know what it was, but I was like, this is a nice box. So I took the little ball and I put it kind of like under the shelf here, and I've just been using the box to hold the rupees.
Hmm.
I see
Yeah,
the
no,
little
that's
ball.
efficient.
Yeah, whatever. It's just a little ball, and he goes and he gets the ball. It's about the size of maybe like a volleyball, and he hands it to you, and it is a very like nondescript plain orb that is not really like illuminating, but it is still like a ball of light.
Hmm. I ponder the orb.
You very much make the connection that you may not be looking for specific pieces of a sleigh, but
The orbs.
the orb is definitely part of it.
Okay, I'm gonna hold on to the orb. You keep down. You keep doing what you're doing. It's amazing.
Thanks. That's the most compliments I've gotten in a single day in lots of days.
Aw.
Well, more to come. Keep doing what you're doing. Come on, Dekun.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Dekun, I think this is what we're supposed to be looking for. I will
Hmm.
show him the orb.
I think you're right. I cast Identify on the orb.
The orb identifies as a piece of a larger magical whole that brings holiday cheer and merriment to children.
Nice. Okay. Do I get the sense these are what we're looking for?
You get the sense that
Actually,
this is definitely what you're looking for, but you don't get a sense that everything that you're looking for is going to be an orb.
gotcha. Okay. Cool. I
I
relay
think
that
we
to
got
Leto.
piece one.
Yay. Hmm.
So, where should we go next?
Well, that's a good question. Um, hmm. Maybe just how do you feel about Zora's Domain? I feel like
Not
we should
great, but
probably
we can go there.
okay. We could do Goron Village first if you want.
And let's do Zora's domain to get rid of it.
That's fair. Get it out of the way. I feel that.
All right.
Go
All right.
to Zora's domain.
So how would you like to get to Zora's domain?
Use the candy cane.
All right. So you have
Just imagine Zora's domain.
consuming the candy cane. You get a vivid vision of Zora's domain in your mind. Um, anywhere particular in Zora's domain are you imagining?
Hmm. I feel like we should either start at the Veiled Falls or at the it's not the crusty tuna. It's like the worst one on the bottom floor with all the mud.
The crusty tuna is the lower bar.
Yep. Yeah, that's the worst one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought so. Okay, yes, then that's good. Then
The
yeah,
crusty tuna.
yeah. I think I have a hunch that it'll be in that area for some reason. Might be wrong still, but
Okay.
Okay, so
right.
still to this day, we only have one piece of one background for Zora's Domain. So we will be utilizing that background. However, we you find yourselves appearing outside the lower part of Zora's Domain that inhabits the area known as the Crusty Tuna.
Nice.
Let's see. Yeah, I kind of want to. You know what? We can pop L
The
out.
last piece was kind of easy to find.
Mm-hmm,
Where should we go to look?
I kind of want to check the mud.
Okay.
All right. So you
Yeah. I would like to examine the mud in the area just in case.
okay? So you go into the mud and you start rifling through, and you witness. You know what? Give me investigation.
Okay, perfect. I sure
I
if I
would like
can.
to guide you just in case.
Oh, thank you. Okay. Sorry. Hard for me to see. Okay. My eyes are not what they used to be. Okay. Oh, I got a 12.
Well,
All right.
can I also check?
Absolutely.
18.
Nice.
All right. So Deacon starts like rummaging through the mud. Uh and honestly to you, Deacon, like it feels really nice. Like
I was
um
thinking that. Like, I imagine. Uh,
yeah,
I imagine Deacon's check is so low because he's just like at some point having fun playing in the mud.
you know what? That's exactly where I was going
Like,
with this. Like the coolness of the mud, you start kind of like
yeah.
feeling it on like the bark of your skin, and you start maybe kind of like rolling in it a little bit, you know and you're realizing like it has been a while since you've been down here, and
That's true. That's true.
and in fact the last time that you were down here, you had a much more innocent outlook and fewer life experiences, and
That's true.
and now you kind of realize what the bar on the other side of the area is. Maybe not in its entirety, but definitely like you know looking at it with through the lens of less innocence, um and although more capable. So in some ways it is less frightening because you are more capable, but still it is
Mhm.
a rough and tumble bar, but you're
Definitely.
not going to let that bother you as you just lose yourself in this nice cozy wet mud.
Exactly. Exactly.
uh,
I feel like oh, sorry.
yeah, go.
Oh, I was gonna say, I feel like that's a great way of putting it, where it's like at this point, he's like a lot less generally afraid. Like I remember last time, he was nervous because like the I don't remember which one. I think it was the Xanisters were like set up here.
Hmm.
Um, and yeah, actually, as a brief curiosity as well, does the bar owner have another set of ice keys?
um
There should be a plaque or something
Oh
sticking out
yeah,
of the
we
mud.
did that.
a
Yes.
what?
He said,
So no,
like a sign.
basically, the keys are not to be killed.
Yes.
I remember.
So
I
so
forgot about that.
the sign is still present. um
Nice.
there are a few keys, not as many as you do remember, but but there are keys present, and as you are just thoroughly enjoying yourself, Leto does realize that um, there's a good chance that you may have forgotten what you're looking for. So he takes it upon himself to do his own investigation. And, excuse me, and one of the things that he notices, he doesn't find anything specifically, but through his investigation, he does notice the distinct smell of um, a warm patch of mud, as if something had been heated in the area or cooked in the area, or even texturally, you feel warmth in a certain patch of mud.
Okay.
But definitely, you notice a distinct smell that there had been a bit of prolonged heat applied to this area.
Hmm.
Okay.
Neat.
Does it have like footprints surrounding the area? Like maybe something was taken from it?
It's very possible, but given the softness of the earth or of the mud, it's uh, that may or may not have been the case. But if it was the case, the footprints have since been filled in from the soft mud.
Dekun, I think we found a clue.
Ruh-roh,
Ooh,
Raggy.
that's great.
Also, you're covered in
Like
mud.
yes, it's good. This is the mud here tastes pretty good. It's not as fishy as you might think. I think like it's got what I chime in cheerfully. It's got what plants crave.
Okay. Um, well, I
I,
think we need to go in the bar, so we might need to clean off just a bit.
oh, that's fair. You know, mud is good for your skin. Might be good for you too. Cleans out the pores in my bark. Yeah. And then I just imagine like, you know, do you have any water spells? Just like hose me off, or are we doing
Uh,
prestidigitation?
I can do create water and get it off for you.
That would be funnier.
Okay. So I create a bunch of water that just rains down on him.
Perfect. Thank you. I appreciate it, Lito. Thank you. Yes, I take like a nice little like shower. Um, and yes, like the mud just goes away. I love it. It's just like caught like prestidigitation to get it out of the leaves and stuff. But yeah, I give him a thumbs up. Go, okay,
Yeah,
ready to go. Thanks, Leo.
a pleasure. So into the tuna.
Mm, mm.
All right. So as you start to make your way towards the tuna, you notice that there is a very burly and typically frightening looking bouncer at the entranceway to the bar. And before you enter the bar, he kind of like puts his arm out and stops you. And he's like, "Excuse me, but this bar is specifically for only the toughest people. So I got one question for each of you. How
Okay.
tough
Can
are
we get a
you?
question too?
Uh, sure, but first I gotta know, how tough are you?"
Oh, do you want to go first or should I go first?
I think you should go first.
Okay. I'm so tough that I am wondering what you're doing here since you look like you're weak.
Oh, that's pretty tough. And to answer your
Now my
one
question, what
question,
makes you so tough? No, now it's my question. Why are you so tough?
and then he like rips his shirt off, and he's got on one side of his chest, he's got like a giant like ship with sails and all sorts of
Okay.
fancy stuff, and on the other side of his chest, he's got a cannon tattoo of a cannon. Goes and he like squeezes his pecs together, and the tattoo of the cannon shoots shoots across his chest and hits the ship, and the ship sinks. He goes, "That's how tough I am."
Well, to do your point, I'm so tough I don't even need to wear a shirt. That's how tough I am.
Because then, what about you, little plant dude? Are you tough enough to enter the crusty
Um,
tuna?
so I when he does that, I slip on the ring and just like I take hold of my my wooden sword. Um and like I just do the focus thing to like grow the thorns again, like my image. He goes,
Nice.
I'm so tough, I can grow these spikes at will.
He goes, well, I don't know who this Will character is, but that's pretty tough.
Nice.
All right, just
Excellent pun, given that's my new Twitch handle too.
oh yeah. He goes, all right, just you guys are free to enter. Just be careful.
Mm,
Things can go a little
okay.
You
crazy in
need to be
there.
careful.
Huh. All right. Proceed.
I wish him a Merry Christmas as I jauntily skip into the murky bar.
And to you. And to you. So, um, so the
So I should
outside of the
say Merry
bar,
Fishmas, unless that's like racist.
Fishmas. From outside the bar, you can hear lots of just like general chatter with the occasional just boastful cheering, as it's pretty obvious that the people are taking part in copious amounts of drinking. As you enter into the bar, you see
Hmm,
decorations everywhere. You see garland the across the windows, and you see a band playing with ocarinas and jingle bells and everything, and you I mean you get the impression that this bar does not seem as intimidating on the inside as it appears to be. um
nice.
they they start breaking out into songs, and where you might expect like old sailor sea shanty songs, they're singing jovial holiday songs.
Before
Nice.
we go too far, I'm going to step back out and look at this person. I just want to verify that it's not Arya Zarkin,
how
Oh
would you, how,
especially
man.
after seeing what's inside.
how would you like to verify that?
I would like to put a hand on this dude's shoulder and see if it doesn't like pass through.
So as you put your hand on this on the bouncer, the hand does not pass through. It does not indicate that there is any type of illusion going on,
Okay.
or any type of visual illusion
Okay.
going on.
I just look at him and go, not very tough inside. They're
It's
singing
the
Christmas songs.
toughest. It's the toughest bar in town.
While Leto is talking, can I like sneak behind him and just like touch him in like the back of his ankle or something and cast Identify on him?
Yes.
Just- oh, thank you.
So as you put your head, as the conversation with Leto continues, and this bouncer is just still like doubling down about how only the roughest, toughest most seedy and underbelly of patrons will frequent this bar. You you know what? Give me a stealth and a sleight of hand, Deacon.
Perfect. All right, let's do it. All right, so here's the stealth. Ooh, I don't know if it rolled right. Okay, here we go. Here's the stealth.
Fair,
17. That's all right.
acceptable.
Here's a sleight of hand. Let's get a Christmas natural 20 on this.
Oh,
Fuck. Oh man. Let's get a Christmas natural 1 on this. You know what time it is, Puck.
I do, and that's why I asked you to make the roll.
no.
What a Christmas miracle.
You asked for a Christmas miracle, and you got it.
I'm very happy.
All right. So you successfully sneak behind the bouncer, and as you start to reach your hand out to cast Identify on them, the gloves start to speak. And it's like, hey, the hell do you think you're doing? I don't want to be touching no dirty, stinky, fishy ankles. I'm like, what the hell? And the bouncer turns around and sees you. I imagine kind of like on your hands and knees with your arm outstretched towards the ankle.
Yes. Right.
And I believe this is only the second time this has happened. And proceeds to like reach down and pick you up by the scruff of your neck, bring you in really close, and whispers in a very quiet tone, "Hiya, sweetie.
visible sweat of fear.
You don't gotta go touching me. You could have just asked like a gentleman," and proceeds to toss you, dropping her shape, and before you stands Arya's arc.
Nice. Where does she toss me?
Just kind of like right next to Leto. Like she doesn't like
Nice.
she doesn't throw you so much as like puts you back together like with the two of you.
Oh, Dekun has like like the whoops and nervous sweat drop. He rubs the back of his head. He goes, "Oh, sorry, me not think of that. Uh,
She goes,
I remember days last time. That would have been the first thing we thought when we came here. But I guess times change and so do our methods, eh? Good
Time
to
is
see
a
you,
funny
Arya.
thing these days. It's good to see you. I mean, I've been seeing you. I've been keeping an eye on all yous guys.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, well, thank you. How have you been? How's your
I've been
um? Oh, sorry. I was just gonna say, how's your year been?
my year's been great. I mean, I've been traveling, 'cause you've been traveling, and I've been seeing all sorts of things. I don't gotta worry about what's been going on here, you know.
Should.
Why?
Because I don't trust King Ill.
Pish posh. Listen, kings, they come and go. Queens, they come and go. But adventure, that stays with you forever. Why
I
would I care about somebody who sits in a chair? That's boring.
hmm.
Do you want to sit in a
I
chair? No, no, you
don't
don't.
know yet.
No, it's but listen, you want to go sit in a chair? You can go get a chair. What's a chair do? Chair does nothing.
What was
Hmm.
so she's just standing like fully tall, or
No,
is she
she is
standing on a chair?
she, her physical form has completely reverted to her as you have normally typically viewed her. So just as like a refresher, she has the physical appearance of a young red-skinned Zora, much like Leto's skin tone. Um, she is roughly, I would say, about a foot to a foot and a half taller than Deacon. Um,
Mhm.
and she just has this jovial way about her.
Love it. Love it.
I mean, I mean,
Uh,
like there's chairs in there. There's chairs everywhere. Like, I mean,
oh,
I'm even here. You don't see me sitting on one of those chairs. Who cares about chairs? It's about
oh.
adventure. You didn't come here for a chair. You came here for adventure.
No,
Um,
actually, we came here looking for a piece of a sleigh.
which might include a chair. Have you seen anything like that?
You want a freaking chair.
No, not a chair. Like in the mud over there, where we were playing a little bit. I mean, searching for stuff. Something was there, and we need what was there.
Yeah, there was a chair over there.
Okay, where's that chair? Where's that chair?
The chair, I took the chair.
We have the chair, please.
Well, yeah, it's in the bar. What am I going to
Okay,
do with the
can you
chair?
point?
I mean, think
What were
it's a
you doing
fancy
standing
chair
on the
just
chair?
because it's all glowy. Why does it? Why is a chair so special? Because it's freaking glowy.
You're good with secrets, right?
Yeah,
Are you?
the best. See, like there was this one time when I was younger, and there was this guy, and he liked my sister, and I was like, listen, I'm not gonna tell anybody that you like my sister because really, like, quite honestly, like, I'm not supposed to tell anybody, but she knows that you like her, and she doesn't like you because she says you're a little bit weird. But I won't tell you that. And to this day, I didn't tell him that. And I guess I could kind of tell him that, but it's okay because I never told anybody that story. So that story is a secret too. I am the best at secrets.
Okay. So the secret is it might be part of Santa's sleigh.
Santa's not real.
How dare you? Santa is very real.
Santa Claus gave us this mission. And these candy canes, but I ate one already. Sorry.
Huh. Well, I mean, if he's real,
Hmm.
just do me a little favor. Because I never got no presents from no Santa Claus. So if he's real, just do me a favor, and when you see him, tell him he's got me on the wrong list. And he owes me a couple years of back presents.
Well, if you were good, he would be giving you presents. So maybe you're not so
I'm
good.
the best.
You were just lying to us a couple minutes ago. That doesn't make you a good person.
But I kept a secret. And that's what good people do.
Yeah, but you just told us the secret, which is what bad people do.
Only because you tricked me because you guys are so smart.
Sarcasm, also a bad thing.
Hmm. Well, maybe
Unless we do it, because we're allowed to do it. 'Cause we're
yeah,
older.
maybe you're on the bad list because you tricked me because you're so smart.
Nope, doesn't work that way. Santa only sends good people to find piece of his sleigh.
Well, the chair's inside. I don't need the chair. I don't need no chairs. I got legs. and just put in a good word for me with the big guy.
Think about it.
We'll tell him you helped us since he
Okay,
gave us the chair.
I appreciate it. I think if he's real, and if not,
He is.
Of course, he's real.
if he's not, just saying, I still don't need a chair.
Okay.
Okay,
Let's go inside.
okay.
All right.
So you go inside. The singing is still continuing. People are drinking. You know, there are a number of patrons who are just kind of like swinging from festively decorated chandeliers, and you know,
Nice.
yeah, kind of like that scene from like Monty Python and the Holy Grail when they do the Knights of the Round Table.
We're next to the round table.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so they're like dancing and canning on the tables, um, with just a moment of notice. You do notice a um a red chair that does seem to have a slight glow to it, that does seem to be fitting out of place.
Okay. So we go over, grab the
Oh.
chair, and leave. Nice and
Mhm,
simple.
Okay,
Definitely.
absolutely. So
I like. I like to imagine it's like I try to help, but in actuality, I'm just like hanging off the other side of it while Lito's carrying it.
so um as you walk out with this chair, you start to get the feeling that if you so choose, you could condense this chair into a volleyball beached a volley yeah volleyball sized ball,
Oh,
much like the
neat.
other one.
Okay.
Huh.
So I will do that and put both of them into my bag of holding for now.
Okay. It does maintain its red color, as you now have a white ball
Nice.
and a red ball, and they're both in your bag of holding.
Oh, nice. We're gonna be assembling the Christmas gauntlets. I love it.
All right. So, where to next?
Hmm.
Okay.
Oh.
So you want to go up in the air? Do you want to go sandy? Or do you want to go fiery?
Hmm. Let's go fiery. I think that sounds fun. And I'm procrastinating going to the desert.
Okay. So Oran Village
Yeah, I
or
think
the
that sounds.
spring? Or we go
Ooh.
to the spring first?
Yeah, I like that. That would be fun.
To the spring.
All right. So, you take a moment
I
to
imagine the hot spring. Oh, sorry.
imagine the hot springs, which we don't have a background for. So, I'll take you visually to Goron City as we go to the hot springs, and so
Woohoo!
you pop out by oh geez, by Ledo's Moorbounder statue, and you notice. So I'm just like switching everything. Um, you notice that there are a number of offerings by the statue,
Mm.
and
Okay.
there are a
The
few.
Moorbounder statue of you.
Mhm.
Yeah, and there are a few people, kind of like in the hot springs.
Ooh, nice.
So
Let's look at the offerings first.
okay,
Mm-hmm.
so there are a number of food offerings that have appeared to kind of like either deteriorated over. Some of them have kind of deteriorated over time. Some of them um, look like there's a piece of bone there that looks like it had been picked clean, possibly from some wildlife. There is some fruits that have been left. There have been a number of flowers. Some of them are kind of like singular, nice rose type flowers. Some of them are full on nice bouquets that have been put there.
Aw.
And a note.
The note.
There is a note.
Neat.
What does the note say?
The note says, "Dear Mr. Moorbounder guy, it is the holiday season, and I ask for nothing for myself, but if you could find it in your heart of hearts to be so generous, I ask only for something for my father." You see, around this time of year, I feel that my father becomes a little bit sad, and he feels lonely. And if you could find some way in your infinite wisdom to alleviate this loneliness, it would make his holiday season the best it has been in a long time. Signed, Pebbles.
This is not what I do, but this is what I want to do. You take the note and eat it. But no, I'm not going to do that.
Dekun would be crying if only he could read.
So we know what you want to do,
Yes.
but what do you do?
How the hell to help her father?
Yes,
Less lonely.
she would just like somebody or something or somehow for the Moorbounder of the Great Moorbounder Shrine to do something to alleviate her father's loneliness.
Ooh, okay. All right, Ledo, whether you like it or not, we gotta think about this to save Christmas.
I really
Yes.
like Pebbles.
Whether you like it or not, I have to save Christmas.
Okay. First of all, before we go and take care of this, I'm going to walk into the hot springs and just check the bottom to see if there's any orbs down there.
Okay.
There are no orbs, but there does seem to be a number of kind of like, as a general term, I will simply say trinkets. Things that may have either been put there as like offerings for, like a wishing well type offering, or they might have just been things that have fallen out of people's pockets as they visited the springs, or some type of combination of both. But there are a number of kind of small bits of non-valuable treasure collecting at the bottom of the spring.
Okay. I will come back up and go and look at Dekun. Dekun, I have an idea.
What's on your mind? I also have an idea.
Nope. What Pebbles' dad's name is?
Boulder Gut.
I'll do that.
right?
Okay. Right?
Hmm.
Mhm.
Okay, sorry. Sure.
Okay. So Dekun, just play with what's about to happen, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So Leto goes back into the water, turns into a moorbounder, casts reduce enlarge on himself, and comes out of the pool of the hot springs.
Ooh, all right. So, um, as he
He can
does
speak
that,
now, by the way.
oh hell yeah, that's awesome. Um, yeah. Man. So okay, can I like minor illusion, like just like sparkles as he like jumps through, like you can move the minor illusion with like actions and stuff. So
Hmm.
I'd like to just like you know j- make him look a little bit more divine, a little bit extra.
Okay. To maybe like glisten a little bit and
Yeah, add the flourish.
yeah, I got you.
So I will climb out of the water. I will roar to get the attention of everyone here.
Uh, uh,
Wow, it's a
yeah.
visit. He's come to wish us. He's come to wish us a Merry Christmas. I say that out loud.
And the few people at the place are awestruck, and one kind of like nudges one of the other people. Is like, "See, I told you he was real." And like the person that they're talking to is just like not moving, like not in disbelief, but more just like stunned that they are witnessing what they are witnessing.
So I am going to say, my fellow people, I have not abandoned you. I have come on this day to wish you Christmas tidings and to give you a message. There is one among you who is seeking the guidance of myself, and I need you to go make sure he is truly entered into the Christmas spirit. One's name is Baldergut. I wish for you all to go and bring him Christmas cheer, so that way he may know that I am here.
And at this point, they are running every like absolutely yes absolutely we will we will fully do that in your name, and we will make sure that he is well received and well loved and well tended to.
Yay!
Good. I wish you all my guidance for the year to come, and may you all accept my gratefulness to you. And then I'm going to jump back into the water and turn back into Leto and shrink myself down and just wait at the bottom of the pool until I think enough time has passed.
I'll wait for everybody to leave and give you the telepathic message.
Okay.
There we go. All right. So once they leave and head back down to the village, um,
Uh-huh. Dekun chimes in. Well, I was gonna have you summon a Moorbounder with your druid powers, and then simulacrum the Moorbounder,
Oh,
so he
hate
has a pet.
that.
Yeah, I'm glad you had a better idea.
You got to shine them, make sure they understand that it is a real thing every once in a while.
Very true. Very true.
Plus, in
Hmm.
theory, now Pebbles does owe the Great Moorbound or something.
That's true. That's true. Also, hang on, let me hmm, shit. Um, well, that's even worse actually. I was gonna say I wanted to leave them like a little present, at the shrine, just like just saying a reward for all their offerings and stuff. But
Oh yeah,
I don't have anything.
clean up all the offerings that they have on the table there. We'll get rid of them so that way the Morbounder took them and whatnot like that.
Definitely.
Okay.
Yeah, let's see. Hmm, hmm. Yeah, I don't actually have anything to put there for them. That's such is life.
It's okay.
That's okay. Yeah, I
It's
mean,
fine.
you're basically doing the um your own version of making sure that the cookies are eaten and that the milk is drank.
Yes.
That's true.
Yes.
Thanks. Yeah, good point. Good point. Perfect.
So I don't think the orb's here, so I think we have to go to the village.
Yeah, I think you're right. Huh.
And the best part is we don't have to walk. Just imagine.
Yay! Hmm. We should also wish the big Goron a Merry Christmas. He probably gets
Want to do
lonely up
that
there
first?
too. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So you port up to the big Goron
Big
and
G, we're back.
Hi, big Goron.
he kind of like comes out of the like every time you see him he starts it's almost like he comes from the mountain. Like he just
Hmm.
like appears out of the mountainside. Um and this like so you come to the area that you know him to be, and he just kind of like comes up from the rocks, and he just kind of sees you there, and he's like, "Oh, good tidings to you, my friends. How are you?"
Good.
I'm doing all right. Wanted to wish you happy holidays.
"Oh,
How have you
I've,
been, Big G?
oh, I've been good, just enjoying life to its fullest."
Nice.
You didn't by chance see anything fall from the sky recently, have you?
I mean, didn't fall. I caught it.
What did you catch?
And he kind of takes his hand and he reaches down like into the rock face. I would like to point out that his hand almost like seamlessly enters into the rock face,
Hmm.
and he pulls out a piece of green tinted rope that has been tightly coiled.
Hmm.
And he goes, "I caught it."
Nice.
Well,
That's pretty cool. I didn't know your reflexes were so good.
Oh, my reflexes are so good. I can
Nice.
catch lots of things.
That's cool.
so
Oh,
Big G, I kinda need a favor from you.
Uh, how can I help?
I think that green rope is part of Santa's sleigh, and we're trying to collect all the pieces so he can keep going.
Um, I mean, if you want it, you can have it.
Yes,
I mean,
please.
and he just kind of like shrugs and like tosses it down to you, and he's like, "But I mean, you know, you can just ask for stuff. You don't gotta make up weird stories."
Well, no. What do you mean? Santa's very real.
I mean, I never seen him.
Of course not. You're not supposed to see him. If you saw him, then it would lose the magic. That's why I
Yeah.
send is real to me, and to Dekun, we both know
Yeah,
he's real.
absolutely.
Well, and this is his rope.
Yes, part of his sled. Something happened and it kind of exploded.
He crashed.
Yeah.
Oh, well then, by all means, please. I'm no longer giving you this rope. I'm insisting that you take it.
Thank you,
Thank
Big
you very
G.
much. We'll make sure
Hey.
Santa hits you up too.
Mm. Hey, watch this. And I try to turn it into a ball too.
The rope you turn into a ball.
Hmm.
Okay, so it as you like kind of like press it into it, in a way that you have become familiar with from Zora's Domain, it pushes into a little uh green ball,
Nice. Yay.
and he kind of like
See,
Hey,
if it wasn't real, could it do that?
he gives a very
Dekun
hearty,
grins.
deep chuckle, and he's like, "That is a neat trick."
Yeah. Christmas magic.
so did you want something special for Christmas? Maybe like
Huh.
giant padded boots, so that way you can dance and not cause rock slides?
I mean, I'm usually the person who gives things. I don't usually receive.
But this is the season of giving, so you gave us, so we need to give you something back.
Mhm. I agree.
Well, I'll tell you what. Rather than something physical,
Okay?
how about you just come to visit more often? I like you guys, and I enjoy when I see you.
Sure. Sounds good to
Deal.
me.
Yes, your company is the best gift that I could receive.
Aw. Thanks,
Okay.
Big G. It's been a pleasure knowing you too.
Yes.
Well, we like to stay longer, but we have more pieces to find. We'll come back.
I will be
Mhm.
here, and I look forward
You're
to
still
seeing.
getting something. Still gonna get Santa to give you something, by the way.
Mhm.
And
I have the perfect item.
he chuckles and he's like, "Well, I I look forward to your kindness and your generosity above all else. So I will see you again soon, my friends."
See you soon.
All right. So, did you want to take a trip down to Goron Village?
Don't need to
Uh,
now.
yeah. Yeah. I guess we'll pass for now. I wanna make sure we hit every place, and then we can handle the visitations. I guess.
Fair, absolutely fair. We have 3 locations remaining.
Mhm.
So I think it's time to go to the sky.
Yeah, that sounds fun. That sounds nice.
Let's go visit Dorito.
Dorito.
Mm,
Sorry, I just thought of Doritos.
All right. So, okay, Rito Village.
please.
I'm excited for Rito Village.
Me too. Sorry, Lito, were you saying something?
No,
I heard like.
say
Oh,
anything.
okay. Sorry, I thought I heard your mic. Uh,
Just have a
hmm.
great idea to what to give Big G.
Nice. I was thinking if we haven't used it, I was gonna make him a hero's feast.
Ooh.
Not a bad idea.
Thought that would be fun.
Trust me, I
I
have an
imagined.
idea.
Nice. That sounds cool.
So, welcome to Rito Village.
Yay.
As you teleport, being that you technically have no recollection, like, and as you teleport, like, you had a thought of where you were going to go, and well, actually, Leto, did you make it to Rito
I've
Village?
been there before.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So what you had in mind was not the area that you found yourself in, but you recognize it as Rito Village all the same.
Okay.
So it has kind of like the candy cane has teleported you to a general area of Rito Village, which is like um the entrance kind of center area. And as you get there, you kind of gaze upon it and you find rather than a village floating atop a mountain, it is a village floating above a mountain.
Hmm.
A series of floating
Neat.
islands that are held together by um, by suspended bridges that and off in the distance you can see what I would say you readily come to the conclusion is the Rito Elder area.
Okay. But this place looks different.
Yeah. That's different from how I remember it too.
Maybe it's because of, when I gave Zelda the book and told her, help them and whatnot. Maybe this changed it?
Deacon nods slowly. He goes, probably, but I hope it was help they actually got. Otherwise,
True.
this might be hard. Harder than usual.
True.
So,
I don't know where to start asking about, things falling from the sky since we're kind of in the sky.
you are in the
Best place I
sky.
could think was actually that's a good point. Well,
We used to
we
have a
were
marketplace.
true. I was also gonna say we could go check with like Smith the since he's like a Faka, he'd probably be more keen to talk to us.
I don't know who that is.
It's the oh right, sorry, in character. He's just like the blacksmith.
Oh, okay. I will
Alright.
follow Dekun to where he thinks the blacksmith is.
Valid. I have no idea. I just start marching in a direction and assume that I'm going in the right one.
So as you start to walk through Rito Village, you notice um, what you would come to recognize at this point, a plume of smoke that a forge would generate. Um, and you would kind of come to the conclusion that that might be worth checking out. So if there is indeed a blacksmith in that general area, there's most likely uh, an area of commerce as well. So you start to follow the plume of smoke and cross the suspended bridge, and you do indeed come to find a Faka blacksmith working a forge.
Yay.
And as you do, you find him diligently working away, pounding out um, metal ingots that have not really at this point reached a specifically descript shape or notable purpose, but might be making something specific, might just be doing busy blacksmith work. They see
Okay.
you coming as you Um, seemed to be one of the few, if only, non-aviary people in the area. Smiles and says, "Welcome, foreigner. What brings you to our
Hello.
humble village?"
Hi. Uh, so we're just kind of looking for some stuff. A friend of ours got in a little crash with their flying machine. We're trying to help him repair it.
Ah, flying machines. That is an interesting thing you say. I have heard of flying machines, but I've never seen one.
Huh. Interesting.
What type of?
Insight check.
All right, what's your roll?
See. 23.
23. When he says that he hasn't seen flying machines, he is meaning it in the more general sense that he is aware that they exist, but um, flying machines are really not something to do with Rito Village, and in fact, as they kind of are frowned upon by Rito culture.
Okay.
So it is kind of like piquing his curiosity a little bit.
Wait,
But
what's banned? I'm sorry.
what's that?
What's frowned upon?
Uh, flying machines.
Flying machines.
Gotcha. Sorry.
No, you good. Um, so the words that you've said have definitely piqued his interest, although he is admittedly attempting to um, hide his interest on the matter, but not in like any type of real like negative way. Like he's not going to try to like hit you up for more information or try to
Yeah.
get intel on the matter, but um, he specifically has not really known flying machines
Mm-hmm.
other than like conceptually.
Gotcha. Okay. Uh-huh. Definitely. Oh man. Sorry. I need to get some caffeine in me. I'll be right back.
Okay, gotcha.
Sorry.
Okay. Well, Dekun's, doing that. Let
Mhm.
me ask you this. Have you seen anything fall from the sky recently?
Well, it would have to be from very high up.
Yeah.
And the Rito do tend to own or claim to own most of the sky. So there isn't much that
Okay.
goes through the skies that we don't know about. But um we did, now that you mention it, have something slightly peculiar make its way to the village more recently than not.
Tell me about that.
And he's like, well, I'm not entirely sure what it is or where it came from, but I was actually planning on melting it down.
No, don't do that.
Huh?
Don't do that. That would be very bad.
Why?
Let's just say me and Dekun are on a mission from Santa.
Um. Okay. I
And
mean,
that item that you wanted, melt down is actually part of Santa's sled.
um. Okay. Well, and he kind of like points. He like steps aside, and as he steps aside, you see kind of like two or a set of golden rails kind of sitting on the ground adjacent to him. And being that you
That
are
would be part of it.
being that you are specifically noting that you're, as you said, looking for pieces of Santa's sleigh, uh, he says, "This looks like it could be part of a sleigh."
Well, let me try this. And I go over to the nice little rails and I try and form them into an orb.
You form them into they come together and they form into a shiny golden orb.
Yes, this is part of Santa's sleigh. That's how they can do this.
He goes, "Huh. Well, I mean, I guess that's easier than melting it down."
Oh, we're not gonna melt them down. Remember, we're putting them into Santa's sleigh so that way they can go together.
Um, yeah,
It's
that's.
okay. I know you're older than me, and you don't think Santa's real, but trust me, he's very real.
I mean,
Listen, what's your name?
I am. They call me Smith.
Smith. Well, Smith, because you helped us, I'll put in a good word for Santa. Um, what material would you really like?
I would like Zoran Steel. I haven't worked with Zoran Steel in quite a while, and if what you say is true, then I do believe that having him obtain me some Zoran Steel should not be that difficult of a task.
Smith, don't worry about it. I got your back. As long as you've been on the good list.
I mean, I think I'm pretty good.
Okay, I think you're pretty good too. You didn't melt him down right away, and you're giving it to us, so I will set you up with Santa to get you some Zorian steel.
Okay, that sounds that sounds agreeable.
Okay, I can tell you it's some good stuff as I knock my sword.
And the sword piques his interest, and he's like, "Well, now is that an authentic Zoran blade?"
Yes, it is.
And he kind of like holds out his hand, and he's like, "May I?"
Sure, not gonna hurt you. I'll draw it out and put it across his hands.
He kind of he takes it, and he kind of like maneuvers it a little bit, uh, throws a couple slashes in the air in a non-threatening way, and you can hear him kind of like talking to himself about it as he is, very clearly just kind of like testing out the blade. As you get the impression that he's heard of these things, but he's never seen one.
Okay.
And he says, "It's got a real nice balance. It is light but sturdy." He says, I do believe that this is the real deal.
I hope so. I got it specifically from a smith in Zorn's domain. I even got the steel and everything together myself.
And he says, by chance,
Mhm.
if I may piggyback my initial holiday wish,
Okay.
do you think that you could uh, arrange it so that I could learn how to properly forge this material?
That would mean you'd have to go to Zora's domain, though.
I would not be opposed to such a rare opportunity.
Well, let me tell you this: I can get you the Zoran steel within the next couple of days because Christmas and everything. That I might have to hit you up once my group comes here, and we'll take you there if that's okay.
That sounds agreeable.
Okay, making a note of it.
That is a fine deal, and I would happily part with these sleigh items for such a generous agreement.
Now, the other part of the deal would be you probably need to bring something so that way they can learn too.
Well,
I don't know if there's like Rito steel or something like that.
well, I think that your Zorn steel coupled with our Rito bows would make a formidable piece of weaponry.
Rito bows like that good?
The best around in all of the kingdom. I can teach you how to make the arrows. I can teach you about how we construct the bows. And the, the Zoran arrowheads, coupled with the Rito bows, would definitely make a formidable piece of weaponry.
I don't have one of those bows that I can buy from you like right now.
Oh, these bows are as sacred to us as that sword is to your people, and simply selling one would be frowned upon, but I do have mine, and it has been with me for a very long time.
Eh,
And if you're looking for a demonstration, I would be happy to demonstrate. But
I would like a demonstration since I see Dekun is still not back yet.
absolute, I would be happy to. And so he grabs a quiver of arrows, and the moment that he starts the moment that he pulls the first arrow from the quiver, you do recognize what he's talking about. You recognize the shortcoming in the material of the arrowheads.
Okay.
However, the wood of the arrows, the feathering on the arrows are like nothing you've ever seen before. And he takes his bow out and nocks the first arrow. And he points to a cloud off in the distance. He pulls back the bowstring and he says, "Keep your eye on that cloud."
Okay.
He releases the bow. He releases the bowstring. The arrow lets out a high-pitched whistle as it slices through the air. And when it penetrates the cloud, you see an Octorok fall from the cover of the cloud and plummet down towards the land.
Nice.
He says, we have our skills, but you know, there is always room for improvement, and we learned some time ago that more can be achieved by working together.
Which totally makes sense. So how come that island over there is by itself and you guys aren't connected to it?
That is the island of our elder. It is,
Okay, so what?
in
So
a way
like you're
we
not
are.
supposed to talk to the elder?
No, in a way we are connected to it, but um, it is a place where uh, the elder business is conducted. Although our society is run, it is um, the most important decisions are made by the eldest of our kind. Um, it is by no means a monarchy, and there is
Yeah.
a council that advises him.
Okay.
But it is not things to be um, the day-to-day stuff is not something that we try to trouble ourselves with.
Understandable. I'm just trying to check because the fact that I don't see any trees on these islands, and I do see at least one over there.
Well, we do source our wood from the land below. In fact, we source our ore from the land below. We source many things from the land below, but we simply do not reside in the land below.
Oh, it's not a bad thing to be down there because I come from there. Ethan comes from there. Lots of good stuff's come from there. Just saying. But I guess you send people flying down there to get your stuff and then bring it back.
We have our methods, but yes, to put it simply, um, we have people who transport back and forth.
Okay. I'm just checking so that way the next time we come and visit, I have a way of getting here besides doing this and I just teleport 5 feet away.
And he goes, well, for that reason, it is infrequent that we do have visitors, but um, if you are able to find your way back here, I'm sure that you and your friend would be welcome.
Okay. Smith, I will take care of that. Get you that Zoran steel so that way you can start doing stuff. Next time we come back, we'll hit you up so that way we can take you to Zora's domain. I'll talk to the blacksmith there. We'll come up with some kind of deal because he'll probably want to learn something from you. And that should be okay, right?
Of course,
Okay.
this is not a one-way street by any means. We would look forward to, you know, forming alliances with the Zora. I mean, they have things that we don't have. They have capabilities that we don't have, and likewise, we have things that we are capable of sharing. So, you know, the that type of behavior, believe it or not, is not foreign to us.
Did you know? Funny thing that I learned that I think is, a fable because there's no way it's true. You realize that supposedly someone wrote once upon a time that my people, the Zora, grew up to become your people?
No. Is that what they're saying down there?
Supposedly there was a lot of water, and when the water came out, the Zora decided not to be fish people anymore, but to become bird people.
That seems like a fish story.
Yes,
But
I see it as fishy, but yes.
just like so many other legends, I'm sure there is some modicum of truth to it that has been diluted over time. And
But yeah,
if something were to happen, I'm sure that we um, could do our best to accommodate as
oh
many
yeah,
as best as we could.
yep.
We hear
You know,
things of what happens on the land. We hear of things that have come and gone. We have heard of things that are coming. And although on today of all joyous days, it is, not for in-depth conversation on the matter, we are aware of it, and you know, we are ready to do our part when the time comes.
okay, all right. Just making sure everything's cool. But next time I'm here, I'll hook you up. And I don't know if Dekun is back yet or not. Mm,
Well,
by that I'm guessing no.
we do have one more place to visit before Kakariko Village.
So I will look at Dekun and grab him and be like, "Okay, Smith, I'll see you around. And Merry Christmas." And then I will teleport to Garuda Desert, to specifically the fortress, because I've been to the fortress before.
Yes, okay, so porting to the Gerudo Fortress. It's me one quick sec. And this will
Oh,
be
this
area location 2 that we have not been to in the Cataclysm campaign yet. Um,
just to be safe, I'm going to do it outside the front gate.
okay, perfect. No harm in
Hey,
erring on the
sorry
side
about
of
that.
caution.
Started feeling
Okay,
a little
Nope,
woozy after a big day.
perfect
we're good.
timing. We
The only
we
thing you need to know
uh
is I made a deal with a guy named Smith to get him Zoran steel, and the next time we come and visit, to take him to Zoran's domain so he can learn how to make Zoran weapons. And
Oh,
now we're
cool.
at the Gerudo village,
All right. Hell yeah.
making friends.
Nice.
yes.
All
So
right. So,
we,
tentatively, we're at Gerudo Village.
yep.
I made sure we're out the front gate.
Nice, nice. Okay.
Yes. So, as you port to the outside gates of the Gerudo Fortress, one of the things that you are indeed met with is the sound of young Gerudo children running around inside the walls.
Oh.
The sound of or um the palpable military presence that you have come to anticipate and expect when you come to Gerudo Village is not present. In fact, the the presence of the guards is severely diminished, leaving nothing more than a basically skeletal guard crew.
Hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Do you wish to
Very much
come
so.
to the gate?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Walk up. Greetings. Hello.
And the guards
Ohio.
look at you and say, "Greetings, travelers. What brings you to our inhospitable home on such a day?"
Looking for things that fell out of the sky. And I
So,
whisper, "It's Santa related," and give them a wink.
uh, uh, I would say that simply creates a perplexed reaction.
Good.
Like, you're coming here looking for Santa's sleigh.
How did you know that?
I nod enthusiastically.
Well, just to be clear, that is not some type of code word for trouble. You do not come seeking trouble.
No,
Okay.
we're
Or,
just searching for pieces of things that fell from the sky, and you mentioned Santa's sled.
So the second guard kind of elbows the first one. It's like, God damn it! Keep your mouth shut. Or says, God damn it! God damn it!
Oh.
And it's like, well, yes, something that may or may not have been belonging to some type of thing that may or may not be a sled has fallen out in the desert and has been collected and is stored here.
Okay, can I do an insight check to see if they're the ones who shot it out of the sky?
Yes, you can.
Okay, let's go for this.
Was
Let's see
trying
what
not to just, assume.
Yeah, well, clearly I assume things about the Gerudo now, unfortunately. I guess it's part of my character.
I'm
Alright.
guessing with the
Or
6 you
not.
don't.
Yeah, I'm guessing with a 6 I don't.
Yeah, I would say
Yeah,
that
checks out.
there is nothing to indicate that such a thing has happened.
Okay. Giant laser beam.
Yeah, none of
No
that.
flashlight to blind pirates. Or pilots. Ooh, that was a completely different holiday.
Yeah, none of that. All right, so they're like, as long as you don't prove to be a threat,
No,
you are welcome.
unless you prove to be a threat.
Oh,
And I'll be a threat.
we are on all other days other than today absolutely a threat. But today is not a day for threats. Today is a day for children.
Okay. Was
Dekun.
kind of children. No, go ahead.
Oh, Dekun. I was just gonna say, Dekun was going to chime in for the Gerudo. Just cheerfully, yeah, oh, any other day. I don't think you guys are a threat. I think you guys are a promise.
They have a chuckle and they said I see that our reputation precedes us. But although we are a militant and warring culture, we must all show the young generation that things can be put aside, and that even if just for a moment peace can happen. Today's that day.
Dekun nods and smiles. We learned something similar in Kakariko. It's similar. That's good. That's good. Thanks, guys. Thanks, girls. Appreciate it. Can't wait to see what you guys have in store for the holiday.
Well, you may proceed within, but know
Okay.
Arigato.
that we will keep an eye on you.
Promise
Okay.
accepted.
Also, we stick out like sore thumbs, so I think anybody can watch us.
Yes, it will be incredibly easy.
Yes.
So
So
you make your way into the walls. Okay, so you make your way into the walls, and again, you see like droves of tiny Gerudo female children running around. I will make it a point to say that there are no male Gerudo children running around.
Okay. Hmm.
20 of them.
So,
I want to put on my Gerudo armor for this. I feel like I should have changed at some point.
fair. Attempting to blend into the culture is if not convincing, still appreciating the gesture.
Exactly. So yeah, I'd like to just kind of have my Gerudo armor on for the rest of the day. If that's
Fair,
okay.
absolutely fair. So once you're beyond the walls and once you see what you see, what would you like to do?
They
Um.
said they put it somewhere.
mhm.
And as far as I know, I've only been into two places. One, the building that's right in front of us, and one to the building that's to the left of us. And one was like their treasure vault place, which probably don't want to need to go to,
Mhm.
maybe. Or of course we can just ask.
I think maybe we just ask.
Well,
Might be the safest bet.
as you enter in, before entering into any buildings, uh, in an area to towards the eastern wall, you see a abnormally large congregation of children
Hmm.
with all gathering around a singular Gerudo. Um, Deacon, give me a history check.
Okay. Honestly, I was gonna say, if you don't mind, can I be looking for something?
Yes.
Okay. I also alright. Hey, so I just took off my Hylian armor, so I don't get this 3 to history. It's gonna be a flat roll.
Okay.
I'll actually just do like this. 13.
13. I would.
And the
Yeah.
thing I was looking for is the one with the anklet.
Okay.
I want to see if they're okay in this timeline.
If we come across that particular person, I will point that out. But a
Thank you.
13 is high enough. The Gerudo children are gathering around the Gerudo that you would recognize as Lori Ringfield.
Oh, nice. Yay. Wow. They're making her happy. That's sweet. How does she look? Is she happy?
She looks very content because she is giving out gifts to these children. They are running to her,
Oh,
congregating around her, and she is reaching into a big giant sack and pulling out gifts that look like small glass animals and giving to the children, and they are running away gleefully.
aw, that's adorable. I love it.
So,
I just look dumbfounded, like I don't know who the heck she is.
Oh, I there's
Is she
Alita.
their version of Santa?
um, it looks like she's doing the thing. Um, but no, she's just she's a nice Gerudo we met. She kind of ran the forge. She knew how to make cute little animals out of glass. And I hold up a very interestingly painted cuckoo that she gave me, which yeah, because I asked for something that resembled Chimkin.
It's very cool. I've never met her before. Last time we
Nice.
came here, it was just for business.
You want to meet her now?
Since I think we need what she's sitting in.
Ah, that makes sense.
So you start to as you start to approach at this point, a number like the vast majority of Gerudo children have received their gifts, and they are parting, but there are still some who are remaining. But enough that you could kind of like cut through the crowd with minimal difficulty. Um, she spots Leto first, being that he is towering over the Gerudo children. But as you get closer, Deacon, you do come into view.
All right. I wave and greet her happily.
Hello, Deacon. It's been a while.
Yeah, it has been a while. How have you been?
Good.
I'm gonna say I don't think Dekun notices, but I will say you have my attention. I don't think he would notice. I think this is exact. But anyway, so he says, "I'm doing well. We're spreading holiday cheer today as best we can. Um, and yeah. Let's see. I take out like a party popper. And um So for holidays, like we say these are like the old British Christmas crackers. Like some of these come with little party hats.
Mhm.
Would that be okay?
Of course.
Nice. I just want to like pull one and over the kids. Like just kind of like yeah, and then hand out a couple to some of like the nearby kids. To make a giant confetti mess with.
Mhm.
Um, and yeah, well, just doing that idly while I'm talking, I'm like handing a couple out. 'Cause I have like 40 of these things, so I'll hand out like 15.
Nice.
And yeah, I'll say, have you been?
Good. Good. I mean, it appears we we are a far cry from our days in the air.
That's no kidding there. But it's it's wait, what? You
You don't
remember all that?
remember? Of course I
Oh,
remember.
um,
How do
I
you remember?
I was
that's
there.
awesome.
You
Well, yeah, but
you were there.
most people have forgotten a lot of that stuff. Hey, I'm glad you remember though.
Of course.
Um,
I don't remember your friend, and she holds out her hand.
oh, yeah, I point at Leo smiling and go, he's new. We met after the thing, well, metaphorically crashed.
Well,
Like
I
literally
mean,
crashed.
things did get messy for a while.
Mm-hmm.
There came a time where I think I even convinced myself that it could have been a dream, and that it wasn't what it was. But here you are.
Yeah. Well, hey, it's good to see you. It looks like you're bringing a lot of happiness to all these little kids. I'm glad you figured out a good little niche for all those glass animals. And I hold
Well,
up the glass chimkin. It's like still got them.
oh, look at that! You do. You are as kind as ever, and I
Oh,
wish that I
thanks,
could
Laura.
take credit for all of these gifts, but quite honestly, it's this bag. Um,
Hmm.
I just I reach in and I pull out a gift and give it, and the children smile and the nice smile, and it's some type of miracle.
That's nice. Hey, So we've been hunting for like pieces of Santa's sleigh. He turns out, as history has often taught us, he's a terrible driver. And he hit something in the sky.
Oh,
So yeah, I hold up one of the rope ball that I've been holding.
I do,
Um,
I do think the skies can be a dangerous place.
oh yeah, like the last time I was in the sky, we were beset upon by two silver Lionels and had to beat a quick escape.
I do remember that.
Good time. Good time.
They have some powerful bows.
Oh yes. Oh yes. And it turns out powerful breath weapons and fists as well, yes.
Yes, a dangerous force indeed. Um,
Never underestimate the power of numbers.
well, it appears that I have what you're looking for. I guess. Um,
Well, make
the
sure you get all the Gerudo kids first, and then maybe we could, do you think we could, have you part with that once you finish up?
Of course, it's absolutely. Let me just give me a few more moments to take care of the remaining children, and then it
Sure.
is you can do with it as you feel because she kind of like gives a tap to her leg and she's like there's no way that I could spread this joy to all the children. I'm just happy that I could spread it to the ones that are here.
Oh, that's really sweet, though. I'm glad it fell upon you. I think you did a great job this year.
And I'm sure you have too.
Thank you.
So, I would say roughly 10 minutes pass before the final Gerudo child gets their gift.
In that time, and I take Dekun and walk away a little bit.
Uh-huh.
You know, how does he remember?
I have no idea. It makes me kind of nervous.
Yes, 'cause I don't know who she is, and she didn't even let me, introduce myself. But
Oh, sorry. I probably should have done
it's
that.
fine. It's fine. If she doesn't know my name, that's good. Whatever. We'll meet her again sooner or later. But
Mm-mm.
she shouldn't remember, right?
Well, no, she shouldn't. Or at least nobody
So
else seems to. But at the same time, um, it's a little you can like you can see that even he like kind of just go like, well, she's a little sharper than she did back then. So might be more
you
going on here.
you remember it really well, right?
Mm-hmm.
You ask her about something that didn't actually happen during that time and see if she recalls that
Hmm. Sure. I guess I could.
to make sure she's on the level type of thing. And not just
Mm-hmm.
being like, yeah, I totally remember. And then you say, oh, remember the Linos? And she says, oh, yeah, of course they're Linos.
Mm-hmm. Um, I'll ask her a question that is like, ah, I'll level with you.
Mhm.
I I think this is a double speak enough question. I don't know if it actually is or not. I was gonna say he asks if she remembered that time we had to fight Komi and Katagi when we get back over there.
Okay. So, you ask her about the fight, and a a bit of seriousness does cross her face at the mention of Kome and Katage,
Nice. Okay, we're getting
and
places.
she goes, "I I may not readily recall uh, a battle or a fight that you had with them, but I know of them, and as we are in a day of peace, um, we will keep conversation light.
Okay.
So
I
may I ask you? I was like, have you seen any of the old gang lately?
hmm, um give me a persuasion check. Like I'm just like, I feel like it's like if you get what I'm saying, I feel like he's like happy enough to like reflexively answer the questions
Yeah,
just
and
because like he's still associate.
oh, and she
Oh yeah, we just met Amatu. We left her in as oh sorry, I
that
didn't
was her day. I was and she looks at Lita and she's like, it had been a minute, and my brain isn't always what it is. Sometimes I do forget names, but I remember that he was with a very nice uh female Zoran, and Matu was her name, and yes, yeah, I recall she was very kind to me as well. So if
Hmm.
I have no doubt that Deacon still keeps similar company.
Oh. I gesture over to Leto and introduce him. This is Leto. He's a new friend of mine since then. We we met when well, you'd say our worlds collided by chance.
Because Lido, I think there might be one more present in this sack.
He
She
just pulls
reaches
out a
in.
gun.
She reaches into the sack and cups the
I
present.
prefer Santa to give it to me, though.
She cups the present, and you can tell it is. Um, it looks very like it's difficult to tell, because she is a Guru, and she, even she's still a pretty sizable person, has decently sized hands, but you can tell that it is of the glass persuasion, and
Yay.
she's just, as my last act of kindness for the day, I would like for you to have this. She doesn't look at it the whole time. She simply reaches into the bag and pulls it out and reaches to give it to you.
Okay.
Do you accept it?
Um, I,
She goes,
Yes, so?
go on, take it. It's for you.
You're not Santa, though.
And she says, no, I'm just me. And she pulls her hand away. And it is a glass moorbounder.
aw.
Okay.
That's it.
Thank you.
I'm glad that I could do that for you. We have just met, but I'm sure that you are a kind, strong, considerate person with a heart as big as you are. And then she crumples up the bag Hands it to Deacon.
Arigato.
Says, "You're welcome. I hope that you are able to bring as much happiness into other people's lives as you have brought into mine today."
Aw. Thanks, Laura. I appreciate it. It's good to see you again. I hope you stay healthy.
Likewise. And it is
Thanks.
a pleasure meeting you, Leto.
It was nice meeting you too. Hopefully next time we meet, you'll still be on good terms.
I would like that. All right, so you have one more stop.
Hmm.
Do we have to
Oh.
mush the bag down into a crystal tube?
You could if you want to.
Can I hold it over my back?
You want to sling it over your back? Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh. Now I'm Santa.
By the way, it is a blue bag
Ooh,
with
nice.
um with silver snowflakes on it.
Aw, that's pretty.
Yes. Okay.
Okay. So, all right. Man, I
The
really
Kakariko.
true. I'm not gonna lie though. There's a part of me that wants to just like pretend to be Santa Claus, like flying on the back of Chimkin. I think that's how I'm gonna. Yeah, I think I'm gonna sit on Chimkin's back as we go to Kakariko.
All right. So where specifically are you porting to?
Um, above the church, if you're okay with that, Lita.
Sure.
Okay.
All right. So let's. Wait. All right. Let me get us over to the Kakariko Village map. I think it's this one. Give me a quick second to clean this up a little bit.
Okay.
All good.
Oh, we haven't been here since the
Since the incident.
incident. And
Man,
okay,
Begin is just gonna chime in like, some days I wish I was a druid.
How so?
Well, I feel like having lots of animal friends would be pretty fun. Like the ability to just summon them. Like, yeah. I should imagine Dekun recreating this. Like his new gift that he gives everyone is just like a hamster or something.
That's the thing about being a druid. You can do that. The only issue is they tend to
Probably.
disappear after a while.
Oh, that makes sense. Also, I imagine it's probably rude to the wildlife to summon them so much.
But
They probably have.
most of them are fake creatures, so you kind of don't understand what's going on. So you kind of have to instruct them.
Ah, okay, that makes sense.
I'm not saying to
Otherwise,
be mean to fey things or anything like that, but still.
no, I get you. I get you. Those, not like those stinky little Koroks, huh?
Mm, I can deal with them too.
They're okay. They're okay, and they're poo balls.
No, a fiend just disappeared.
It's been a while
It's like,
since we were on
oh,
this map.
I don't feel so
Yes.
good.
I don't feel so
Mr.
good, Mr.
Dekun.
Stark.
Mr. Dekun, don't let me go.
All right. So, okay, so porting over on top of Chimkin above the church.
Church.
And how would you like to make your descent?
So I would like to like gently swirl around the top of the church, like firing off party poppers and stuff, so that like we're just like a rain of confetti as I like fly down into the square.
Dice. So,
Little sparkles with minor illusion to make it look like fireworks. So I imagine we're getting to the point where it's like, well, later in the day, maybe. Well, maybe not that much, but like kind of like I don't know. Like,
no, it
what
is
time is
getting
it
later
actually?
in the.
I'll just ask.
At this point, we are approaching um late afternoon. So I'd say like around
Ooh,
like 4 or 5 ish.
oh, perfect. It's winter. It's already starting to get dark.
Yeah,
Okay, then
yeah.
yeah,
So
this
so
is perfect. We'll
so
have like a little
it,
fireworks display.
yeah, illuminates the illuminates the whole village beautifully. Gathers the
Nice.
attention of all the inhabitants of Kakariko village and come to meet you and Leto and Chimkin as you descend into the town square. Um,
Uh, yeah, I will. I will cheerfully, well, ho ho ho. It's it's Dekun Claus.
uh,
Um, I have come to bring good tidings to Kakariko Village, and also find certain things. But anyway,
so uh, yeah, so once the commotion kind of starts to die down a little bit,
mm-mm.
um, the inhabitants of Kakariko village begin to part, and you hear the a very quiet, subtle but firm thump on the ground, rhythmically as it approaches. And eventually, that sound comes close enough that you can see. With a ear-to-ear grin, Guru has come to see your return.
Yay! Um, and I will I will happily like jump off of Shimkin and go give him a hug. It's like, hi pops, missed you. How have you been?
Oh, I've been good. Keeping busy, making sure that things are going well in this town, and doing my best to make sure that Flora is on a good path. She is growing so quickly. She
Aw,
she's sprouting up truly.
yay! Flora's really nice. It's good to see you again. I'm glad you're keeping everybody safe still. And he grins.
He chuckles and says, "I try.
Mm,
Having purpose just helps these old bones keep moving."
mm. Yeah. Um. Deacon's still just like hugging his leg. Um, he goes, so, yeah, anything, has there been any kind of trouble in the village since, the incident?
No, no, that I wouldn't even consider that incident troublesome. It was it was a resolution, and oh, how is the boy?
Hmm. Well, he's hanging in there. We didn't want to like drag him through every place because we thought that might be a little stressful. So I figured we'd just have him relax and then probably spend the night with him once we got back.
Oh,
Because
that
we're figuring some things out as we go.
that sounds very considerate of you two.
Hmm. But yeah. Um,
And
hmm,
what of the others? Are they tending to him, making sure he's okay?
Yes, yes, they are totally
absolutely,
left them with that mission.
definitely,
That is
definitely,
good thinking. Good thinking, because it's especially today. Oh, being alone is difficult. So
definitely.
it's good that you are keeping him in mind and all of
Has
that.
Amatu give has Amatu given you good company? I just because I sent Amatu to kind of like live with him and help him out and stuff.
Amatu has been wonderful.
Nice as ever.
She's really really good at reaching things on the high shelf.
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
I,
Um, he nods because he
I've been
carries some things too.
I've been trying to teach her how to play the accordion, but oh, she tries. She tries, but she does seem distracted, and you know, I try to be a distraction to the distraction, but sometimes I'm more successful than other days.
Understandable. Well, hey, so, we're looking for pieces of Santa's sleigh, and I hold out the bag, and I reach into the bag, and I try to give him some from the bag.
All right, what do you pull out?
Huh. Um, honestly, um, how about a tiny little music box? Like, it's like shaped like his organ grinder, but it's like very tiny, like even for like Dekun size, it's literally like it's like a little figure, and
Yeah,
like yeah, you just kind of like
it's like ornamental.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
she goes, oh, that is I love it.
Yay.
Thank you.
Um, I like crank the handle and naturally it plays the Song of Storms. Just, I like to imagine it even like summons a tiny little cloud around it.
A little, just like tiny, like 2 square inch cloud of precipitation.
Exactly.
Yeah. Excuse me. And
The lightning equivalent of a snow globe.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's like, well, I had a figure. I had figured that you had come with purpose. I wasn't sure what the purpose was, but when I saw that bag, I thought that you might be here for this.
Mm.
And he kind of like reaches behind him and pulls out a silver clock on a chain.
Ooh.
And he says, you mentioned that you were looking for pieces of a sleigh, and I don't know if this qualifies as a piece of a sleigh, but it did come to the village by mysterious circumstance, and um, I have a feeling this might be what you're looking for.
Oh, well, thank you. Merry Christmas. Hee hee.
Merry Christmas, and how are you, Ledo?
I'm doing okay. Trying to figure things out.
That is one of the great mysteries of life, and if I may offer advice, do your best to not get discouraged, because one of the things that I have learned in all of my years is that the beauty of life comes from the fluidity of it. The moment that we think that we have everything figured out, that seems to be the time that we also realize that we don't have any of it figured out. And we can either be frustrated by it, or we can learn to appreciate the next step in our journey.
Mm. DQ nods enthusiastically. He says, well said, Pops. Um, Poignant as ever.
Thank you.
I don't get it, but sure.
Uh, so, while you're here, is there anybody that you would like to see or check in on or ask
um,
of or
Dekun, anybody want to go see? Checking on?
yeah.
I'll take the bag from you.
Okay. Here you go. I give him the bag, and it's um, so he chimes in. Gonna go see Flora. But first, I have to make a stop.
Okay.
Um, I want to go to the shop where there's the kid who was carving the wood.
You mean
okay.
the dad shop who has the son who just makes stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes. All right. So, um, he do you go with or without Guru Guru?
Oh yeah, you should come along.
Okay. So,
I'm going to stay outside because I'm going to do something with the bag.
okay, you
Oh,
got it. All right. So, um, you walk into the shop with Guru Guru, and Guru Guru looks around as as if this really has been someplace that he hasn't been back to in quite some time, but at the same time, still something that he is very familiar with. And
mhm.
he spots the gentleman whose name I've currently forgotten, working by
Ruru. Oh
Ruru.
wait, the adult is Ruru. Oh,
Is
the
Ruru?
old guy.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you. And he's like, uh,
I'm not sure what the kid's name is, but that's the grandpa.
okay, thank you. So, he calls out. He says, "Guru," and Guru goes, "Ruru."
Love it.
He says, "It has been ages. Why do you not come to my shop?" So, why do you not come to my windmill? And they both simultaneously like smack their foreheads and go, "Because I forget."
Nice.
And they have like a good laugh and says, I Guru Guru goes, I may not make it everywhere in the town as often as I should, but um but it is good to see you, my friend. Oh, oh, the stories we have. And Ruru says, yes, and I apologize for not visiting your windmill. I see it from time to time, but I just like sometimes I don't know if I don't want to intrude, honestly. But it is good to see you, my friend, and it is oh, it has been too long. And Guru says, I see a boy around town. He is the spitting image of you. He is
Nice.
he is he's filled with a vibrance that even if I was blind I would be able to see that he is yours.
Hmm.
And
Dekun
Ruru
smiles.
says, and I see yours, and although he looks nothing like you, he carries you with him.
Mm. Dekun chimes in. Not just in the toy either.
So what brings you to my humble shop, both
Hmm.
my old and new friend?
Well, I was looking for something for Flora. Um, I wanted to give her a gift since you had so many interesting wooden carvings and stuff the last time I came here.
Ah, oh, they do pass the time, and I suppose that they do accumulate. Um, any particular one you're interested in?
Hmm. Hmm. He well, like he kind of like puts his hand on his chin. He he thinks for a minute or so. Um, hmm, I think. Well, let's see. How about he's thinking about it a lot. And then he comes to remember what he like had just gotten for Leto, and he chimes in. How about like a crown or a tiara or something? Could you make me that? You have anything like that?
Oh yeah, whittling fancy headgear is not beyond me. Um, it has. I will, I will do my best without measurements.
Mm.
And
Even if it just sits on top, I think it'll be okay. She'll
yes,
she'll outgrow it eventually anyway.
mm,
Chuckles.
yes, yeah, I hear that she is sprouting like a weed.
Mm.
So, um,
But yeah.
let's
Uh,
let
I
let's
I
I will say like he has like a few that are kind of like pre-made templates that he
mhm.
grab ones and starts to like work off of, and he kind of like
Nice.
whittles like a nice intricate like vine design into it. um
Nice.
it takes a few moments, and while that's going on, Lita, what are you doing with that
Mhm.
bag?
Okay,
The real
so
question.
Leto is pulling stuff from the bag for his friend.
uh
That way he can give it to him later on. That's literally it.
okay. um
So far, he's pulled out one, two, three, four, five things. I can tell you what they all are.
would you feel more comfortable verbalizing or privately messaging?
I'll wait until Dekun comes out since I have something for him and for Guru, and then I'll tell you the rest of the stuff.
Okay, you got it. All right. So
That's what he's doing with the bag.
Gotcha. All right. So he takes time. Ruru takes time to like finish up the tiara as nice as possible. Um, he even like takes a bit of green rupee and kind of like chips away at it to give it
Nice.
yeah like some like red some green decorative things to it.
That's cool.
Yeah. And yeah, fashion's a nice, fancy but still Kakariko act, appropriate tiara.
Nice. Dekun's eyes sparkle, especially once he adds the rupee. And yeah, he goes, "Thank you. I really appreciate it, mister. How much do I owe you, Ruru?"
Consider it a favor and a gift from an old friend.
Oh, you. I really appreciate that.
And then
I
his eyes dart and he says, "But you, Guru, you must come by once in a while. Have some tea." And Guru chuckles and says, "It's a deal."
Yay.
Ah,
Great. Um, well, thank you, mister. And I very carefully take the tiara.
all right. So,
Uh, yeah. I don't know if I said this out loud or only thought it, but I want to show Ruru the bow. And just tell him I've been taking good care of it. And that sorry about that. That I've been taking good care of it, and that it's been it's fulfilling its use. That thing helped take down a Lionel even. So it's good.
and he says, I knew that it would be put to good use, and I'm glad to see that it has reached has gotten a second life because uh those days are long gone for me, but not long gone for her, meaning the bow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then Guru chimes up and he says, "Yeah, remember the time that you?" And he goes, "No, that,
Nice.
that is not conversation for today. That is conversation for tea."
Nice.
So, all right. So, anything before you make your way out of the shop?
Mm, I don't think so.
All right. Okay. So you head out to the shop. You head out of the shop, and you find Lito with his bag, and Lito, take it from there.
Okay,
Hi, Lido.
so you guys come out, and I go, oh, right on time. Okay, so Guru, I know you have like all this stuff that you walk with and whatnot, but it looks like you might be getting up in age. Pardon my French. So I got you something that I think you'll love. And I pull out of the bag a hardened vined walking stick with a top knot that is in the face of Dekun.
Ooh.
Oh, that's
He
cute.
now has a walking case with Dekun's head on it.
Oh, and he takes it and he like looks at it and he rolls it around in his hand and um starts spinning it with one hand and flipping it and do it like very uncharacteristically handling this walking stick like to the point that you realize like dude's got some sprite left in him. Like
Hell yeah. Hell
So now
yeah.
he's got a dope walking cane.
yeah, and then if
Love it.
he does like a little toss, it lands his hand, gets like a firm grip on it, and he looks at it very pleasantly. He says, "Thank you, Lido. this will do very nicely.
And for you, Dekun, this one's I'm particularly proud of. I pull
Hmm.
out a little figurine on a wooden pedestal.
Hmm.
It's a Flora, and there are two
Oh.
buttons on the back of it. And I hand it to you and
Ooh.
go, okay, button number one
Mhm.
makes her basically, if you put your finger in front of the, figure and then press the button on the
Mhm.
back, it wraps around your finger as a hug.
Aw, that's cute.
And the other one is just because the fact that I think it would be cool, does the yata pose. Like she puts two fingers over an eye and like poses. The
I
other one.
love it. That's cute. Thank you.
So that is yours. And then the other
Aw,
three
thanks,
things that
Lito.
I pulled out of the bag for Stuffin whenever we meet him again. I'm like, Stuffin's got a full beard, so I got him beard oil. For Gully, because he's gonna be in the fire temple so much, I got him marshmallows, graham crackers, and chocolate.
Nice.
And then for this is the big one for Flora, I got her this silver pendant with this stretchy cord so she could put it around her neck. But
Oh,
the
nice.
best part is the silver necklace has a little pendant. It's got an F on the front for her name, and if you open it, it's got pictures of the all of us.
Aw, that's cute.
Aw.
Good
But
thinking, Lito.
there's a secret one. If you turned it over and opened it back, it's just a picture of Deku. That way, she'll always have you by her heart.
Aw, that's very sweet, Lito. Thank you very
I'm not
much.
gonna tell her about the back one yet.
No, no, we saved that for. Hee hee.
And that is everything. And then I turn it into a ball so that way nobody can else use it because nobody's giving me any more presents. Yeah, that's what I was doing.
All right. So as you crunch it into the ball, it turns into a blue ball.
So
All right.
it's Flora now.
Which is what?
Sounds good to me.
Flora, I think.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So the day is getting late,
Yes.
and presents must go out to all the little boys and girls tonight.
But this
And
will be a quick trip. We'll just say hello to Flora, give her her present, then go back to Lon Lon Ranch because that's where it all started. Give it back to Santa, and then we'll start on our next Lego journey, right?
Yeah. Uh,
all right.
Okay. So to Flora, real quick.
So heading over to Flora. Let's say you teleport to Flora.
Oh yeah.
yeah, definitely.
Teleport to Flora. You because I don't get to. We have it in updated Flora. Where is it?
Mm-hmm.
Is it here? Nope, wrong one. We
Oh,
don't want. We don't want to do that.
it's an old one.
Mm-hmm.
I know. Dude, you should see the stuff that I have down here. Oh, there we go. Okay. There we go. All right. So we come to Florida, and
I wave enthusiastically. Hi.
Hey, Flora, I brought you a
hi.
present.
Ooh,
Me too.
that's very kind of you. What is it?
We're kind of in a rush, so we're just gonna act like we really talked a bunch and we had a great time. But here's a pendant that has a picture of all of us. I hope you like it.
Oh,
And Tikun, your turn.
okay. I smile and I walk over to her. Yeah, I will. I will say. So I got you something special made from someone in town. So it comes from got a sport local. Hee hee. And yeah. He takes out the tiara and like okay. He kind of uses his like minor telekinetic like mage hand to just kind of like spin the thing like
Mm,
you know Zelda style.
Yep, yep.
Yeah, as he like offers it up to her, and he goes, I thought this would look good on you. Kind of go with the green."
Oh, I mean, this is an unexpected surprise. You, thank you guys. This is so nice.
Oh,
Welcome.
no problem. You've done a lot for us and for the town, so you definitely deserve something back.
Well, yeah, I mean, just because I'm sure that you're concerned, but you do seem in a rush. I would just like to let you know that I have been um getting plenty of due rest and um while looking after the village still, and you know
Mhm.
um I would just like to thank you guys because it is I don't think that I could have done it without you. So, for all the time and effort and consideration that you have not only put into Kakariko Village, but Hyrule as a whole, I just would like to say, from the bottom of my very heart, thank you guys.
Mm. Deacon smiles happily, and he says, it's been an honor being able to help out as many as we have, and thank you, Flora." Um, uh, I always say, it's been a pleasure, and I'm glad we could make things easier for you here. It's oh man, it's been quite he struggles. It's been quite the adventure. We found that out. Yeah. It's still though, it's nice to be back, and you really make this place feel more like home.
I thank you. I appreciate that. And any time that you all need me, just know that I am here.
Good to know. We have to go though. We're actually in a rush, sorry. We'll come
Okay.
back very soon.
Mhm.
All right.
Bye.
Well, bye. See you soon.
Go back to Lon.
All right. So you pop back to London, and um, yeah. What would you like to do?
So I start pulling out all the, balls that I have and look at, Dekun for the green one.
I hand it over.
So we put it on the ground and I go from one side. I'm like, you can go from the other side and see if we can just smush them all into one.
Okay, that works.
Well, so
Smush.
so as you lay them out, the items start to kind of like pop open to their state. Um,
Mm.
the silver um clock was always in its state, so that kind of gets laid out. The golden orb opens up to show the golden rails of the sleigh. The red orb opens up and attaches the to the golden rails, forming a red and golden sleigh.
Ooh.
The green orb opens up, creating um, the like rope for the sleigh.
Hmm.
And then there's the white orb.
And a blue orb. We Blue orb sent us back.
Yes, and so the blue orb opens up, and it opens up as the bag, and the bag situates itself into the sleigh. And as the white orb opens up, it opens up in it explodes in a cloud of sparkling confetti.
Yay.
And you hear a at first kind of like a disembodied but slightly familiar voice. And it says, "Thank you. Thank you for all that you have done. Your selfless acts of this day have saved the holiday for every little boy and girl in Hyrule. And if I may ask one last favor, and hand me my clock."
Okay. Oh, I have a favor to ask you before you have the clock, so that way you can't go back on it.
Uh-huh.
I need you to go to a guy named Smith who lives in Rico Village and bring him some Zoran steel, please.
I will fulfill all holiday wishes tonight.
Okay, thank you.
So, as you
Double dipping on Santa exclamation. Sorry. Just teasing, just teasing.
so you take the clock
Watch.
and you bring it to the cloud and deliver it as requested and promised. And once the clock enters the cloud, it starts to take shape, a familiar shape. The colors of green and red start to take hold. Yeah. And in a bright explosion of color, none other than, and it hits you at this point, the letter was signed SC. But that C in script looked a little off. And it was indeed not a task put on you by Santa Claus, but none other than Super Tingle.
Oh, dear Lord.
and and Tingle fucking appears in a poof of glitter and just Christmas
I
wonder.
love it. I love it. I was waiting for that, bro. Oh my god.
You knew that there was a twist, and yes, none other than Super Tingle has been ready to spread Christmas joy to all the boys and girls. Oh man! And I just realized that. Let me see. Where's my picture of? Do I even have? I'm almost positive I should have a picture of Tingle here. Oh my god! I don't think I do. Let me see. Give me. Is it under NPCs? You are. No, I don't even have a Tingle. I'm sorry, I don't have a Tingle to put it on the screen. But yes, so Tingle appears full of holiday spirit, ready to deliver presents to all of the children of Hyrule.
Thank you, Super Tingle.
No, thank you. This could not have been accomplished without all of your help. So, let's see, where am I at? Let me take it back to Lord Reg. And yeah, hold on. Bam, bam. So, our party has saved the holiday season. Our party has made sure.
Wahoo.
What's that?
Wahoo.
Yes, absolutely. Wahoo! Our the,
Love it.
now, when all the children wake up the following morning, they will have their greatest heart's desire sitting under the tree or under a hearth or beneath the wreath or whatever their preferable way of celebrating the holiday is. They will wake up and know that they are cared for, and know that they are loved, and know that they are thought of.
Yeah.
And the only person that will be disappointed is my coworkers, who were insistent that I was going to kill somebody tonight.
Nice.
Yes. So, even if for just a moment peace has been known throughout the kingdom of Hyrule, peace has been shown that it can exist. And that being said, I want to thank everybody for taking the time to join us tonight. I want to thank everyone who has come along with us for the remainder, for the entirety of this year, for the um for the oh geez for the over 40 episodes that we have been doing. I think
We're at 49.
we're 49. 40 episode
Next one's
49.
50.
Oh man, we will be starting off
Year.
the new year with episode 50. Um,
Hell yeah.
it has been an absolute crazy ride. You know, the um from the tabletop campaigns to the non-recorded virtual campaigns to the campaigns that have to the episodes that have shaped the Cataclysm campaign, to the prologue, to the countless hours that have been put into this. Like we have to be approaching for the Cataclysm campaign close to 150, if not more than 150 hours at this point. It has been a ride. It has been a trip. And I have loved every minute of it.
Same, bro. Same.
So, I know at the end of every session, I thank everyone for being a part of this, and this is no different. But yeah, since the start of the Cataclysm campaign, like I have a lot of things have changed in my life. You know, like moving, major life change, leaving a job that I was at for 13 years. Like throughout this, I've had massive life changes, and you know, I have appreciated this constant. I have, at the beginning of every session, I introduce myself as the creator and GM of this campaign. But this campaign wouldn't exist without you guys. And I'm saying that to Deacon, I'm saying that to Ledo, I'm saying that to Stuffin and Gully, I'm saying that to Fiend, I'm saying that to Fuzzy and Ronan and everybody in chat and everybody who uh you know Captain Jess, saying it to everybody. Like, this would not be here without everybody. So
I really echo the sentiment, man. This you guys have been one of the few rocks that I have for ever since I got shipped off to a nursing home for most of the year and stuff. It's been really nice to have this as like a thing to look forward to. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Beats been it's just been something to keep me sane. So I really do appreciate it, And you guys, sticking with it the entire time. It's been an honor and a pleasure for my part, at least.
thank you.
And
So absolutely happy to be wrapping up this session. Absolutely happy to be wrapping up this year, and absolutely be happy to be wrapping up in the context in which it is wrapped up. I was very excited to run this episode. Um, and I'm so glad that everyone has come along for the ride. So genuinely, thank you. I know, being the 23rd of December, a lot of people have a lot of things that need to be done, you know. So in fact, once I get over here, there's things that I need to be done. In fact, hold on, let me just check something real quick. Okay, good. Yeah. So even as this session was going on, I was putting um, finishing touches on the thing that I have been making for my brother, and I'm like checking what I was checking to see who was in chat right now to more or less make sure that he wasn't in there, but um, to show everybody what I have been working on. Um, he really likes this show, Delicious in Dungeon, and I've been using my 3D printer, as I said earlier, to print something up for various people for the holiday season, and this is what I have been painting for him. This way. And I made like a nice little stand for it, and Deacon and Leto were privy to the absolute insanity that went on, like, behind the scenes. Like, while the 15-minute countdown was running, I was like cursing my head off trying to get this to do what I wanted it to do. So, I know that it is a busy time of year, I guess, is my point, and I appreciate that, carving a little slice out for us. We will return for episode 50 at the turn of the year. Yeah, so January 6th will be our next campaign session, and we will essentially pick it up where we left off with the previous session. Like, everything that has happened tonight is part of the campaign, is canon, but we have ended the session at the same spot that we have left off on the previous session. So when we get back to it, and we get back to a full or near full party, like the events of today's session, I'm sure will come up in conversation, in the campaign and things like that. But yes, this is a completely, fully canonized episode for the campaign. And for half the party, we will be picking up where we left off at the end of episode 48. So, as always, I invite everyone to come and visit that. I will absolutely do my best to make sure that we have our chat session next week. But I do have another coworker who is leaving my job, and she is an absolute sweetheart. And we know we're doing a going away party for her, but we don't know when that is. And the 30th is one of those potential days. So if we have to skip our chat session next week, I will note it. I'll talk about it in the Discord. But that won't have any impact on our campaign broadcast schedule. Our campaign broadcast will continue to be scheduled for January 6th. So, that being said, I'm going to continue doing my Christmas stuff, and yeah, and I'll keep everyone up to date with everything. So, regardless of the holiday that you celebrate, this will be the last time that I will most likely be seeing you or talking to you. So I absolutely, from the bottom of my heart, wish you the best of everything, and thank you for everything, and we'll see you soon. So thank you, Fuzzy. So until then, thank you, everybody,
Thanks, Fuzzy.
and bye.
Bye.